Booty!
Wait, just wait till E3. There will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
Another one.
Boy.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
What's up, grinders? Yo. How's everybody doing out there? Holy. I gotta.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate.
Holy Spirit.
Activate. Activate.
Yo. You guys. The Grindhouse. Yo. Before you start anything, Kratos99, man, you are incredible, man. I want to thank you for all the VIP Grindhouse memberships that you just gifted to everybody. I want to thank you so much, man. Kratos. I got him right here. Here he is.
Boy.
He went to everyone. He's like, I'm going to give out 30 boys.
Boy.
Yo, Kratos, man. Thank you so much, man. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And of all nights, I added 2 emojis, extra ones, as you can see. People are flexing them right now. The Let Us Compete with 2 Pigs, Phil Spencer, and Satya Nadella, and the highly requested, very requested, Flute. We got the Flute, him, the man, the myth, the legend himself. We got the Phil Ness flute, so you may be hearing it on the show, and then we also have the high quality flute that you may hear as well. But Kratos, dude, thank you so much. I've been adding grinders. Speaking of VIP grinders, I've been adding them to the Grindhouse, and I'm gonna add a whole bunch more. We got a whole bunch of grinders tonight, man. Amazing. Incredible. Thank you so much, man. We gotta get you on the show, Kratos. I want to hear the Kratos talk. Holy damn, the flutes! They want it. They want the flute. People want the flute. Oh my goodness. They want the. It's early. Everybody's flexing that flute thing. All right, we got him. Let's see. I got him right here. The flute meme. But my goodness, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. It might be a Bachelor Grindhouse tonight. We'll see. Where's the flute guy? Where is he? Flute guy. Where's that flute? There he is. Get in there, flute. We got him. They want the flutes? We got the flutes. Here he comes. People want those flute emojis. We got him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, flutes! Oh, we got a new flute. We got a new flute. We're rocking. We're bringing the flutes down. He got a different. There he is. Get him, Phil. Get him, the flutes in the chat. We got him. Man, Phil be jamming. He got 2 flutes. Man got 2 flutes. He killing it. He killing it. So if you see the flute, for new grinders that are coming on in, if you see the flute, this is the flute meme that we're talking about right now. It is Phil Spencer in a wig, his representation at the VGAs. This is the sound you hear at a rooftop party. Oh yeah, overachieving with the flute. So we got the flute. You flex those emojis. We got the let us compete for the new grinders coming on in. Hit that like button, and then as you know, there is we talk about the VIP grinders, which are so many today. But let's go find out, baby. Oh my goodness, they're overflowing in the grindhouse right now. Man, where the hell's my thing? Here it is. I keep losing it. Where is it? Oh, look at this. Dude, look at this screen. Half of it's Kratos 99. Look at the screen grinders. Herman Holtz is going to chiropractor. He can't split any further. I got orange all over the place. Booster's still out there, though. We got Booster in the back. Herman! Herman! Splitting! Splits! I gotta add another 25 people to this thing. I gotta do a new one. I'm gonna expand it more. There's no more room in the grindhouse. There's no more room in the grindhouse. We gotta get we gotta move. We're moving. We're moving. Holy crap. We gotta get the inspections are gonna come, dude. They're gonna close us down. Too many people partying in the grindhouse. Herman Holtz. He can't split anymore. But thank you, and I will add all the welcome to all the new grinders, the VIPs that came on. A whole list of them. Flex those emojis. Ancient Ruins Discovery, I saw. Shout out to you, man. We'll get a whole bunch. But here are the new ones. This phase, I'll add them up to the other ones, and then we'll see where we go from here. Dude, Phil Ness will be proud at the exponential growth of the gaming grindhouse. We're just like 15 shy of 2,000. Boom, bass drop, mic drop. Dude, now we want toaster emojis? Oh, damn, pause, we need toaster emojis. We are stacked. Herman Holtz, he knows what's going on. Herman Holtz says, all of these people under me and doing my splits, I'm going to give them my quality fruit. Not the flute of trash, but my quality fruit. Here's it. I use this on my yacht when the ladies are on me, and I got my chest hairs oozing out machismo, and I got my gold chains, and I'm going to visit Gorilla Studios. And I go out to my yacht, and I go to the deck of my yacht, and I do my flute, the quality flute. Yes, the quality flute. The Old Days Good, welcome. That's the quality flute. That's the quality flute from Herman Holtz's offices. Thank you, Herman, for the quality flute. Well, shout out to the VIP grinders. We're going to have to do page 2 or something like that. Herman Holtz is going to have a twin, a clone. It really would be like the friggin' Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he's splitting with his twin. He's like, but I'm the nice guy. You're the bad guy? Yeah, I'm the bad guy. You're the good guy. Holy crap. Thank you again. My goodness. I don't even know where I go now here. I'm all flustered. Get over there. It might be the Bachelor Grindhouse, but we got over 170 people already here. This is going to be the Grindhouse show. Frog's supposed to come in. I asked J-Dub's coming on in, but you know everybody coming on in. They trickle in to the Grindhouse. Super Mod, reaching out to him. We'll see if he gets on. I know he's having some issues. That's right. That's the quality flute. He plays the trumpet. That's right. Building a new, bigger VIP club. I know. I got to get it. I got to do a new club here. We got to need a new party club. That's right. We got all the jams. We got the music. Herman don't play the tuba. But man, oh man, what a show. Already starting off. My goodness. Thank you again, Kratos, and all the VIPs and all the VIPs that been here. Keep going. With the members, I might be doing some members-only stuff. Members-only VIP grinders. Maybe a VIP grinder stream or gaming with the Grindhouse. I got ideas. I'm excited about all the stuff I just told you about. But yeah, we'll be definitely doing something for the VIPs. We'll be doing something for the VIPs. I got some ideas here. Some ideas. So the roof, it's packed. We're stacked right here. So you see what the topics are tonight? Got The Last of Us, no spoilers. Some PSVR 2, Horizon. I've been playing that. Halo Infinite Season 3. Seems like I'm the only one talking about it. If you follow Twitter and follow gaming, no Xbox sites seem to be talking about it. Comes out tomorrow, actually. Sony working with 2 new studios. The two Utes. Forza, the service game. Grindadamus. Told you, they're taking away. I will show that. Microsoft needs something real good. Really, they need something good, really bad. That's what they need. I got a Discord. You know what? Zero, I'm going to do the Discord as well. I got it. Because I was thinking about that too, making up a channel on the Discord. Because my Discord is really just open, I'll have to format that and get the Grindhouse Discord. Because, yep, I'm just incredible of all the support that you guys and girls bring to this channel that is blowing up faster than I can even come up with tunes. That's the craziest thing. I'm like, this thing is blowing up so crazy that I got all these members, I got all these grinders, I got all these subs, all these things, dude. It's incredible. It's absolutely insane. I'm just like, I just thank everybody for their time and tuning in and listening and engaging in the chat, and just like chatting there, especially on nights when it's just me. It's awesome. But and I just keep making it fresh content, fresh stuff with emojis, music. Keep it locked here. Hit that subscribe button. On our way to 2,000. I got so many things that I'm thinking about that I want to do for more stuff. Yes, I will work on that Discord. So, as you can see from the title, we're going to talk about the boosters. So, Digital Foundry says booster is out. Yes.
Enough talk.
Thank you, Mr. Tennis.
Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper, they told Booster. Get to the chopper. And then PlayStation 3 is blowing up 300%. My goodness, talk about percentages, growth, and the sales charts. And then whatever riggedinks we got in here. I got some stuff in the bookmarks. I also got something, what is a Grindhouse without some receipts, right? Without some awesome executive interviews to wine and dine on. Oh, man, I got a threefold of that one. So let's get into this thing. Without further ado, because I definitely want to get into these things right here, because I've been irking to get to this. So hit that like button, everybody. Thank you, Billy. So, Last of Us, episode 8 last night. Yo. No spoilers. I know not everybody's watching it and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen previews of where we are. Right now, overall, I know we got the season finale next week. Let me get a little bit of bonfire here. I like the fires, the crackling fires by the Grinds fireplace. So, I have to say, The show for me so far, I think it's hovering around an 8.5 for me. Like an 8.5, maybe after tomorrow or next week it'll be a 9 on this thing. I have to say that the characters, the main characters, the side characters, the acting, the production, absolutely insane. The set designs, like I was listening to all the behind the scenes. They have a great video on the PlayStation dashboard from the creator to creator. I suggest watching that. And just they have fans building this thing. Like the people who are on the production set are fans of the game, and you could tell because the stuff that they've put into this, the environments are absolutely insane, and it's right from the game. The towns, the details, it's incredible. The acting, absolutely great. The character development, awesome. I have to say, the only critique that I have as of now and knowing where it's going to go after the next week is that I wish they would have added some more of those iconic kind of scenes, some clicker, like some maybe more clickers, even some iconic kind of like encounters that you have with the infected. I think that would have fleshed it out really well. Maybe they were very focused on trying to make this a movie in itself and really talk about the characters in this environment with some. I think what's crazy is the details that they've done with the clickers and with the infected and the story they told with those. Like, I want to see more of it because I just think that they have done such an incredible job with it. But I think that's probably where they're going to go next season, just blow this thing up. And they really just wanted to get these characters and the story in there. And yeah, Abby's coming. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
A few moments later.
Head pounding in right there. Head pounding right there. But yeah, like I really think that if they put a little bit more of the horror element, a little bit more, and not gratuitous stuff like The Walking Dead will just have all these insane zombie kills just for the sake of it, for conversation pieces, because the characters are kind of getting dull. That's why The Walking Dead just kind of got into this meme type thing. It's like, how creative can we be in killing walkers? That's how long The Walking Dead just started figuring out, like, let's just be a meme or something like that. Let's get back to the stories. This one was very focused on the characters, and they've done a fantastic job. And I have to say, Bella as like, this was a really telling episode, this last one. Her as Ellie, absolutely insane. She sounds just like her. She acts just like her, and absolutely incredible. And their interaction with Joel and her, the two actors, incredible. And even the characters, the side characters, I think are really great. I just wish that we spent more time with them. I do feel like my other critique here is I do feel like some of it is a little rushed, like in and out. And I maybe they should have made more episodes. Maybe they didn't know how incredibly successful it was going to be. But man, oh man, like I wish we spent a little bit more time to building up some of these things, because I feel like that they kind of get that right to the point too quick. And you'll see with episode 8, like the amount of stuff that you go in the snow, if that's where it is in the snow with Ellie, you know how long that kind of draws out, right? And she kind of doesn't know who this guy is and just kind of chill, and you kind of just do that. Like this one, I felt like they made him reveal his cards too quick. She doesn't look like Ellie though. No, she doesn't. And I think what they should have done is a little bit. Actually, when she gets like, it's the unfortunately it's the bangs. Yes, I agree. Like, I think if they gave her a little bit bangs. No, I'm telling you, Mary, I don't think they listen. All right, so listen, they have here, right? I think Keely posted. Did Keely post this? Yeah. Like, I think they knew it was going to be successful. Don't get me wrong there. But I don't know if they knew what this is, like, how incredible this thing is. Like, so this is what Keely tweeted out today. Episode 8, The Last of Us delivered 8.1 million viewers Sunday night across HBO and their linear telecast, up 74% from the series premiere. They increased it. They're gaining people. Usually, you have your pilot and it tailors off. They have up 74% viewership from the first episode. And you're one before the season finale. And you're up 74% from the premiere? Whew. Dude, that's like unheard of TV stuff, especially the way media and viewership has been. It is insane. I gotta get my beer. I'm cracking a beer open for this one. It is insane. Let's crack one open for them. Ah. Oh, grinders. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, you God of War, man. God of War TV show. I hope they do it just as well, man.
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Insane. And especially at the time that, especially in the time of video where you binge watch and things like that, this is like classic TV stuff. And not even this growth at all. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think they anticipated this. No way. No friggin' way. What's up, No Cap? What's up, Sick? How you doing, man? But yeah, insane. Insane there. What's up, Philip? But yeah, I'm telling you, awesome episode. Can't wait for the next one. Can't wait for season 2. But that is just insane, man. Insane. So yeah, the two things I want to see: a little bit more of the clickers, a little bit more of the zombies, the infected, and Joel didn't have to show his ass. That's right, Ryan. No ass. There was no ass. He didn't show anything. Well, like, you know, look, just think about if you watch Chris Rock's Netflix show. He said to get attention, number one, show your ass. Right? That's what he said. He said in order to get attention, the first thing you do, show your ass. So Master Chief had to get attention in episode 8. That's what happened. Master Chief was showing his ass in episode 8 to get attention. But nobody cared. Because he was sticking Cortana in the back of his head, not in his helmet. And typical Xbox fandom, well, he don't have to wear his helmet on all the time. Dude was walking around like Mass Effect by episode 3 and had his ass full out in episode 8. Then he's clapping cheeks with the friggin' the Alien Covenant. But he didn't show your ass. And I heard some people thinking that they said Halo was a better TV show than this one. Oh, I will not say. Oh my. Almost fell out of my chair. Anyway, next topic. Let's go to the next one. What do we got? Oh, no. Don't want to delete that. Let's see the next one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some VR. Let's do some VR. VR. PSVR 2 still in the house. Man, oh, man. I played a good chunk of Horizon Call the Mountain. Listen. And I shared some photos on the Twitters of, because I want to just talk about this one photo that I shared on Twitter here. Is this it? Wait, I'll show this one. So if you follow me on Twitter, follow Jez7780 on the Twitters. No, Don John. So this part here, right? So these two scenes here, right? There I am with the fingers, right? The waterfalls. When I looked up at the sun in this game, right? The rays of light, it looked like I was really looking up with the HDR and the screen. It really looked like I was looking up at a sun. Like it took a brief second. I'm like, am I outside? Like, seriously. Then when I looked up and I saw the sun like that, and then I messed around with the hand to see like if it would block some of the sun out and the lights, and dude, it did. It was insane. Then climbing up this big mountain part, right? I'm climbing. You get to the top of it, and then you pull yourself up, right? And when you pull up, you see this. And it was like you made the summit of a mountain. And you're like peeking over, and you're like, whoa. And you just see this vast land, the sun, the mountains in the back, birds flying across. You can see the birds over here. They're flying across. And it was absolutely breathtaking. It was so crazy. Yes, it's not good for you, Josh. Exactly. So when you, but when it was just crazy because it gave the full immersion of pulling your, even though you're in your living room, you grab and pull, and your head comes up over the cliff, and you see this. It was like, whoa, incredible. And I got to the part where you get different types of arrows. You turn your bow sideways, and you get different types of arrows. That cable's heavy, but it's my brother. He ain't heavy. It's my brother. The road is long.
That's
up, Link. You interrupt my song. Now, they tell me the cable's so heavy. I was like, it ain't heavy. He's my brother. So long we go. Oh, many Hawaiian. Dude, he ain't heavy. It's my brother, the Chains of Olympus. But yeah, man, have you been touching that, playing that Horizon?
Man, I haven't even played it yet, man. You know, I've been playing a little Gran Turismo, man, and now
you're stuck in that.
Freaking playing, yeah, man, and playing. I've been so busy, man. I ain't really had a chance to play a lot of games, and when I'm sleeping, I put that damn headset on. That shit ain't working. You can't.
No, totally. You cannot be like tired, dude. You can't be like, you can't be like, hey, it's 11:30. I'm about to go to bed. Let me wind down and then put the headset on. You can't do that. And I get so pissed because I want to do it, but you know, it's probably not the best thing to do. Like, it's not one of those wind me down stuff. Like, you're gonna get like, unless you do one of those chill VR games, you know, like Moss or something like that. Which that's what I've been doing, kind of late at night when I'm like, yeah, I really want to play this, but I can't. Yeah, and I've been loving Pavlov. Oh my god, that is just
Pavlov. I've been hearing about that.
Oh my god, that is just incredible. That I haven't played, and I did Moss. I haven't done Moss 2 yet. I got to do that one, but I really wanted to get, because I saw Sick was playing Horizon, and he really was getting deep into it. And I fought 2 of the Razorbacks, the wings. I forgot what those things are called, the flying ones, and oh my god, like the engagement. Just with like using, it's silly. Is that I'm not 60 years old. I'm 40. I'm 43. Grinders, what the hell are you talking? 60 years old. Holy Jesus, Nick. 60 fucking years old. I do like a whole bunch of different songs, though, I have to say. But yeah, so like, you know, it's kind of silly when you see people like holding and then you move left to dodge and then you move right with your arms to dodge. But the sense of speed when you do that, it really is incredible, because you grab it and like you really feel like you're dodging these animals, like these beasts and stuff like that. And then you whip out your bow and it's just it's so smooth. It's so smooth. Hey, Claymores, there you are. I told you, I fixed it. I didn't see you in the thing, but the Claymores is in there. But yeah, I recommend, dude, the climbing and the smoothness of that VR headset, and the simplicity. You just press the button and it's on, and on your head, controls on, go. Congrats, Ron.
Yeah, I've been playing Wolong. I just got that, so I've been playing that.
Yeah.
Not on the Xbox, on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I haven't played the Wolong. Dude, this is some crazy stuff here with Pavlov. Somebody actually, you could go up to somebody and take out their clip.
Oh, you can?
The guy was reloading. He walked up, took out his clip, and then shot him in the head.
No way.
Dude, the game is insane. Pavlov, man. $25. $25. Okay. You can take out the guy's clip. That is like the ultimate troll, dude. How crazy is that? You can just take out somebody's clip as they're trying to reload and then pop them in the head. But dude, that's what, remember when I was saying last week about Pavlov and just VR in general, where like if you could think it, it's you do it. Like when I was playing and you know, like if you get Pavlov, and I know you're busy with stuff, but man, we did one in the chamber with the golden gun, and you blow up at the giblets, like you see your bones, like the actual like detail of the body just blowing up and stuff. It's crazy. Like you could blow out their chest, you could blow their chest out, and you can see the ribs and stuff. It's insane. But like these guys are just blowing up, and what's crazy is that you look down and you can see your chest, your body, and you can see you have a knife, right? And then you could. So what I was doing, my strategy was like, well, I have a free hand. Let me grab the knife and hold the knife in my hand. So then if I miss with the shot, I'll go in with the knife. Right. And these are the cool things that you do because of the controller. You got thumbsticks now. So you could move and hold a weapon in your hand at the same time. So you could hold the knife and hold down that button, but also move with the stick. And it turned into like a crazy thing where if you both miss, like, and now you're moving your body trying to get a quick jab into somebody, and it's so detailed. Like I stabbed the guy on his hand because when he fell on the floor, I saw this knife sticking out of his hand. So like I was just moving my body. Like it is just like I said, it's like almost like a paintball or like a laser tag, like in real life. And dude, it's friggin' awesome. Mr. Tennis asked about, do you need room for the PSVR 2? The scaling of it is absolutely incredible. Like it will detect if you're sitting. You say I want to change my area, and it will scan a decent area around you for sitting. For standing, it will scan an area. You don't need tons of room. You could do it a lot of the games from standing, but if you're able to open up a room for room scale, there are some games that will have room scale. Not many of them do, but even if it's standing, you could still walk around in the environment. So like some of my setting, I think I'm like at 6 feet squared. So 7.9 is what they recommend, but I could still walk around like 3 or 4 steps in either direction, bend down, pick something up, squat. Like it was crazy. In Horizon, somebody fell down and she was like talking from the ground, and I squatted and knelt down, and I was like looking at her eyes to eyes, and grabbed her hand to help her up. And yeah, just silly stuff like that. But like bending down and opening up a cabinet in Resident Evil and doing that, you could do those kind of things. But you don't need this massive room to run around and smash into walls. You got to remember, the cable is only yay long. You know, the Chains of Olympus that they got going on there. It's only yay long. Like it's about like 10 feet or something like that. So you can't just go running off into a wall somewhere. But the one other thing that I do like with the PSVR is that it does, and I'm sure I haven't done the meta, but I know with the Vive, the thing with the PSVR, one of the things I like is that if you move your hand outside the play space, it shows the barrier in red, which was really cool because I remember playing the original Vive, and it was only when the headset went out of the range did it let me know. But like I would always hit random things with my hand. Bending down. Pause. I'm not. You know what? If they made a high fidelity VR and with Xbox, you know they'll have the Phil Spencer virtual bend me down and sign my ass.
Sign me, please, I will bend over
You know,
and touch.
that's the first thing they would do with that.
We all play the make exclusive games and like to my face, thank you, Phil.
You know, the first thing they would do with a high fidelity VR that was for Xbox was like, oh, you could go to a virtual fan fest, and I could sign your ass over there anyway. But yeah, I'm loving it. And you've been doing the VR. You've been doing the racing.
I've been playing Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I did it I did like 3 races, but again, you got to be like, it has to be a good time. I'm going to do a lot tomorrow, though. I have a plan to do some tomorrow. I'm going to do more Horizon on that one. And now let's, let me see. Any other VR questions from, what? I've got to hold me away. So next, we have something that nobody seems to be talking about.
What's that?
Tomorrow's a big day. March 7th. You know what's coming out tomorrow?
No.
It's all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it. Every podcast that bleeds green and everything. Everybody's talking about it. It was like the hottest news tomorrow, biggest day. You don't know what's coming out tomorrow?
I heard about it. No, I don't know.
Yep. That's about right. Does anybody else know what's coming out tomorrow? This is a good test. I'm gonna I'll give you some music. Big day. Big day tomorrow. Nobody knows. It's Halo 3. Halo Season 3. Halo Infinite Season
Nobody
3.
gives a shit about that game. That game is dead, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What's in Season 3? Go
Ain't
ahead
nobody
and
got
tell us.
time for that.
Oh, you want me to tell you what's in Season 3? Oh,
Yeah, tell us what's in it.
man. All right. I got to look it up because nobody's talking about it. What is in Halo Infinite Season 3? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. We have the most incredible... Oh, here. Is it on Waypoint? You got to go hunting for this thing. Here it is. Season 3. Oh, wait. Maybe it's in the news. Here we go. Oh, here we go. We'll just go to the source. My two eyeballs need things. Okay. So Season 3. It's everything that they said was coming last year is coming now in Season 3. That's what they said. So where they gave the roadmap before everybody left. Let me see. Where is that thing? So Season 3 is coming. Where the hell is it? Was this the update where they did the... Where's that friggin' update that they did? Holy crap. So, customizations. Here we go. The Game Night 123 with the super chat. He goes, is Phil getting fired tomorrow? Oh, Halo Infinite 3. That's right. Whatever.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope. Nobody got time for that. But we got time for it. Let's talk about Battle Pass. Season 3 brings a brand new Battle Pass with 180 elbow pads. Oh, look at who is signing up for this. Look at this. Look at this content, grinders. I see nobody's talking about it. Look at this content. We got a Halo glove for the right arm, for the right hand. We got a couple of masks. We got a chest plate. We got a knee pad. Got some gold for your gun. We got a color of white and red armor stuff that's locked to that armor. Very nice. We have a phone. A Master Chief phone that, you can put that on. Right? We got a Master Chief phone there.
I'm trying to use the phone!
We also have a Thigh Master strap piece.
You're my number one customer.
Another helmet. A chest plate. Red and black now. We did red and white. Now we got to do red and black. And then a Master Chief. What the hell is this thing? He looks like the cordyceps.
You're my number one
It's
customer.
a Master Chief headache band. Who wants this kneecap, dude? This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Only 1,000 Halo credits. The almighty Xbox turd said, I thought it was an Xbox Soda Cozy. They would have been better handing that off. This is absolutely insane. 100 tier. Bonus XP. Red steel splinter armor coatings. That's these things. But you could pay for levels because who wants to wait for the kneecap? Who wants to wait for the kneecap? This is absolutely... So these are the armor sets. You can't mix and match. They're the colors. Look at this. They're the wow. There you go. They're the colors. Here's the gun. Wow. These are this is the lamest shit I've ever seen. To be honest, I can't even joke about this stuff. This is absolutely pathetic. This is their seasonality. This is what they're bringing in the battle passes. What the hell is this stuff? Everything looks the same. I can't even joke about this shit. Like, this is just what the. Are we really sitting here looking at Master Chief? Like, you could do this all in Halo Reach all by without any passes. Now they allow you to get these coatings and put them on other armor sets. It took them 2 years to figure that one out. The shop is evolving. There will be half-week slot, which refreshes every Tuesday and Friday. There will be overall more offers throughout the season. The shop will have a consistent layout. Dailies will refresh every day. Link, let me ask you a question. They're called dailies. Do you think they should be refreshed every day?
Maybe.
I lied.
They're called dailies. What do you mean they're being refreshed every day? Of course they should be refreshed every day. They're called dailies.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Shit.
Look at this. During the launch week, the Aqua Hex bundle will be available in the shop, which offers a plethora of cosmetic items and armor cores. Items include a helmet attachment, shoulders, chest attachment, a wrist attachment. Oh man, pause. Knee pads, and a car armor. This is what you do. You're unlocking a wrist guard. Goddamn, Agent Nelson, freaking wrist straps. Wow. Master coatings. Ooh. And what's incredible is that these are high renders of the actual thing. Halo still look horrible. Still, they didn't improve. What? I'm just seeing colors and wow, that is, yeah, you could keep that customization. Gameplay update. Let's see, sandbox updates. Let's see, maps and modes. There we go. Here's the real content where the real money for the movie is made.
How do I know this is not some kind of a scam?
I don't know, Arnold. Stay tuned. Maps and modes. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Here's the map preview. Oh, here it is. Let's look at the nice video from Mr. Halos. Let's look at the maps. Before we get into the maps, let's see. Grinders, over under. How many maps are launching in Season 3? It's been over 2 years. And how many maps you're going to get in Season 3? Let's take an over under. Let's see. Link, how many maps you think we're getting? Take a guess. And I'm gonna save you some time. It's not double digits.
Two.
Link says
three,
2.
Three.
Three.
Okay,
3. Okay, he says 3. Let's see. We got Don John says 1. Brian E says 2. 2 seems like the 343 number. The grind 1 or 2 says Ryan. Veggie says 5.
Bullshit.
Otto don't agree with that number. Ancient Ruin says 0.
Who is your daddy?
He might be right there. Yeah Boy says 1 1/3. Recalling a favorite movie of mine, Naked Gun. So yes, 2 maps, 1 mode, says Striker. Oh man, pause.
This is really cool.
Nelson Gaming says 4.
Put that cookie down now!
Harry Tran says 0. Kratos says 1.
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big
Brian D
surprise.
says 5 is optimistic. John Dexter says 4. 2 at most. Okay, let's see. Warned everybody, there's gonna be some Phil Ness in here. So here we go. Let's see the maps for Season 3. 2 years later, Halo drop. Cliffhanger. And notice the aesthetics of these maps. They don't look too hot. They don't do different. Environmental things, some snow, maybe a blizzard, maybe this and that. Nah. Looks like every other Oni. That's a weak ass waterfall right there. Inside interiors look all the same. They're all just flat metal things. Metal jump pods. Like, come on, guys, do something different. This looks like the other map they gave out, the Foundation one. All right, that's one. So whoever said 0 is wrong. Chasm. See what I mean? Flat, metal, everything looks the same. Like, it's just the same thing. Why are we looking at Forerunner structure? Like, it's the same stuff. What about a jungle? What about a beach? You know? What about a department store? Like, what about like a spaceship? It looks like this was, I think this was part of the actually, that looked exactly like from the campaign. No physics either, right? Echo, no physics. Oasis, a rekindle uh-oh. Uh-oh. So that's 2. And what's this one? The Furnace. What did I say, Grinders? What did I say? You're getting 2 maps, those 2 maps made from them, and this is a Forge map. Here we go. Forge map. The Forge map actually looks decent. It actually has different parts. So here's the Forge maps. Here we go. So new content is made by you. Congrats. Oh, this has an inside out. There you go. Wow. Please, don't count too long. Rekindled. Yep. We got 2 maps made by them and 1 Forge map. Incredible. Way to go. Way to go. Physics, animals, storm, wind, rain. Look at this. Looks like goddamn Halo Cubert. That link, doesn't that look like Halo Cubert right there?
I don't know. I'm not watching the live stream.
Oh, yeah, it does. It looks like Halo Cubert. But with the physics, like, very, yeah. Those maps are not, again, me excited to jump back into this game at all. Look very, yeah, the Forge map. Jesus. That looks at least decent. Dude, there's water. Like, at least there's some stuff. Jesus. All right. Well, there's your maps. So hold your breath. There's 2 and 1 there. And then here comes your matchmaking. Let's see what they did here. Your playlist. New Arena Unlimited. 4v4. Oh, great. New Arena Unlimited. So they got 4v4. And see, this is the problem. Right here. Here's the problem number 1. New Arena Unlimited. You're only offering 2 maps. So this playlist is 4v4 on 2 maps. You're going to get sick of them in about 4 playthroughs. Like, you're going to make a whole ass playlist with 2 maps. All different game modes, but 2 maps. And then Big Team Battle Unlimited. 1 Big Team Battle map. So you got 2 arena maps. Those are the ones that they made. And 1 Forge map, which is the Big Team Battle map. They got a playlist with 1 goddamn map.
Cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
1 map. How are you going to pull people back into this game when you got a playlist with brand new content for Season 3 and it's one goddamn map? I'm going to play Big Team Battle twice and I'll be done. I'll be like, thanks. I'll see you in 3 months. Who's going to grind on one goddamn map? That's why when you put out a new season, you should have about 5 or 6 or at least 10 maps to like flesh out a whole new engagement and playlists. You come out with 2 lame-ass maps. And there's your Arena Locked Unlimited. Unlimited. And Big Team Battle Oasis. There you go. Here's your, can't wait. Who can't wait to just play on a whole playlist on one map? Yeah, 87, by the way, right? Hit that goddamn like button, grinders. This is some bullshit. But if you're going to do a new season, you need to have at least more maps than that. Throw in like 10 goddamn Forge maps. One friggin' map. Am I lying? Here it is. The new Big Team Battle that starts tomorrow. One map. And look at the lame-ass map. It like, look at it. It's not even like has like, see, if you were going to do like one map, it better be like huge with like multiple stuff coming on, right? Like dynamic environments, dynamic weather, something that adds variability in each of your games. No one plain-ass map. Exactly, Veg. That's what I'm saying. Like if it had new assets, or if it had new, like, or some variability, like, you know, maybe there's some destruction, like this thing will fall down or something like that. Almost like, you know, evolution type stuff. All right, you want to do 2 maps that have a big, like dynamic action? Sure. Okay. But not when they're just plain old metal slate maps. And one's made by the community. What the hell's this? Oh my God. What the? This is the playlist calendar. What are we doing here? What is this? This looks like a school luncheon menu. What the hell are we doing here? This looks like the lunch lady. We got pizza on Friday. You got nachos and cheese on next Tuesday. What is this, the lunch lady schedule? The hell is this thing? Need a goddamn degree to read this shit. What the hell's going on here? We got purple triangle, blue triangles and circles. What the hell are we doing here? So they're going to put that trash one map thing in tomorrow. We got pizza on Tuesdays. Oh, shit. We got peanut butter and jelly on Wednesday. What else we got here? Oh, man, they're doing Philly cheesesteaks on Monday. We got Philly cheesesteaks on Monday. Goddamn lunch lady schedule. We don't need a chart like this, you dumbasses. This is bogus. The hell is this thing? Goddamn peanut butter and jellies every day. Nachos and cheese Friday. Taco Tuesday. Get the hell out of here, lunch lady. They got a Mindfall event. Oh, Jesus. Those are their events. Please. Please. Gold CSR ranking. I want to see updated graphics, new explosions. I think there's a new weapon somewhere in here. Oh, yeah, here it is. It only took them 2 years to give you a bandit, the new gun. You got one new gun to go along with your 2 maps and your 1 Forge map. You got a new gun and the new equipment. Wow. You thought really hard on this one. A blue shield. Man. Basically, they brought back the bubble shield, but it's not the bubble shield. The bubble shield should have been in there from day one. Instead, they gave you that lame-ass goddamn Invisa shield that pops up slow as hell in front of you. They finally brought back this bubble shroud screen. Now you can see that they're having a party. There you go. They basically stole the Bush idea from Fortnite. My God. So we got this gun, which was already in the Bandit. I think that wasn't from another Halo game. It was the DMR from Halo Reach. One gun and a blue ball. And there it is. Did it increase better graphics, tuning? They're still working on network desync. Rubber banding is less. Ammo equipment grenades count more consistent after entering a vehicle. On Behemoth, players now less likely to experience rubber banding. Vehicles are now less likely to desync. People are desyncing 2 years later. Melee attacks are now more likely to register while holding a power seed. Campaign co-op. Unlocked frame rate on PC. Rubber banding and teleporting is likely to occur less. Oh, here we go. This was Satya's request right here. Stuttering and teleporting
and so everything
are
that
not
we're doing
less likely
our
to occur.
Content, with our our cloud and
wow, dude. Spent too much time on that. That is just yeah, that is a whole bunch of oof. That is a whole bunch of oof. That's it. And you're gonna deal with that for the next 3 months, and then the next season in June. Another map, maybe? I don't know. No, they're free updates, but the battle pass you gotta pay for, Ant. You gotta pay for the battle pass. Well, speaking about service games, Link, did you hear this thing? So, apparently, good friends.
No,
over,
what is it?
Here's the just to as a visual summary before we leave Halo. Here it is. Here, you got your rifle, your shout screen, 2 narrative events, which it's all it is a cutscene. The gameplay don't change. The maps don't change. Yeah, it's just no gameplay maps. It's basically a cutscene, and that's the event. So you watch a cutscene, and basically you're in the event. And that's the narrative event. They're telling a story through the multiplayer, which it's just a cutscene. Here's your 3 maps, 2 there, and 1 Forge. Yeah, that lame-ass battle pass with the knee pad. Premium, and then Escalation Slayer, a new mode, which I think that's delayed. Because that's not going to be there at launch from what it looks like. It might be coming a little later. So, there you go. But here we go. Speaking about service games, yes, I said there's 1 gun and 1 blue ball. That's what the update includes. So, our good friends over at Forza, with 300 cars at launch, they just made an editor's note to say they updated the blog to remove mentions of some cars that will not be available in the base Forza Motorsport game. We will share more in the future when those vehicles will be coming to Forza Motorsport and how they can be obtained. We apologize. We're sorry. That's all they do over there. We're sorry.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done the best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit.
Sorry, we heard you.
One of the things I really love about being here is the families that are here. And we see parents with the families.
Here's the cars. If anyone's wondering, this is what they removed. The Audi 2018 R8, Cadillac. These are the Porsche. Sorry, I got the think my drink. Very disappointing. Now people are like, oh, it's only 8. It's only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 6 cars out of 300 they're removing. Dude. Well, what is this? First off, why would you show cars in a trailer that doesn't have a launch date in it that are not going to be in the base game? Like, I don't like this word here. The base Forza Motorsport game. So do you mean, remember, one of the problems is that they're using the same car models from the previous Forza games and just kind of giving them a fresh coat of Phil shine to them. Are these cars getting like the next gen upgrade? And is that why they're not included in the base game? And in the base game, you're going to get a lot of fluff. But here we go. Before we even know the release date and seen a full-ass race, they are pulling cars away from the blog. Like, what? Get your act together. The developer direct, you had one job. You had 4 games to show, right? Redfall, Forza, Minecraft, and what was the other one? It wasn't Age of Empires. It was Elder Scrolls Online. You had one job to do. 4 games. How do you show the one game and make a mistake like that? It's not like you ran a sizzle reel of 30 games and oops, we showed too much. You had one job. 4 games. What are we doing here? Are those cars not ready? And I love this thing. We'll share more when those vehicles. So are we saying that there's not going to be free car downloads like GT7? Because, oh man, people's underwears got in a twist with GT7 in their cars. I am sure they're going to look the other way when Forza Motorsport starts spoon-feeding you cars in $20 expansion packs. And they were going crazy. Oh, those cars are too expensive. Too expensive. Microtransactions. I said it. I said all these clowns clowning on GT7. Get ready for the Forza Motorsport, the service game. Before the game even has a release date, they're pulling out content from the base game. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me it's not a management problem. Tell me these clowns don't know what they're doing over there. They're going to give you 250 up-res cars from the previous Forza Motorsport games, and they're going to say the other ones are going to get the spit Phil Ness shine, and then the good ones are going to be behind goddamn paywalls. The game is not even released yet. How idiotic do you need to be? We updated this blog to remove mentions of some cars that will not be available in the base Forza Motorsport game. And we'll share more on when those cars will be coming to Forza. Again, when? We don't even know the release date, but we already got delayed cars.
Wait, just wait till E3 there will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
Game don't even have a release date yet, and you're already delaying content. Pulling out 6 cars out of this game. Craig, shout out to Craig, the tech guy. He goes, they did the same thing with Flight Sim. You had to buy it all at the airports. Remember you had to get all the airports? You had bootleg airports, and in order to get the textures, you had to buy high-res airports? Shh. We don't even have release dates. There you go. Forza the service game. Hit me with the Phil Ness. Man, Phil Ness flute. Flutes in the chat. Flutes in the chat. Poor Flute. That Flute. What a sad story, that Flute. Oh, God. Falut. Falut. There it is. Play us a song, Phil. Falut's in the chat. Hit it, Phil. Hit it, Phil. Make sure that friggin' wig don't fall off. Hit it, Phil. Give it to the Phil. He's like, delayed. Woo, 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 woo. Give it to him, Phil. GTO, see, Game of the Year song he's playing right now. Get it, Phil. Hit it, Phil. I'll give you some of the VGAs. Here it is. Oh, man, he's giving it to you. He's giving it to you. Give him Falut pass. Oh, my God, Phil. Hit it, Phil. Wow. Wow. That Phil Ness surely knows how to give it to everybody. My goodness. My goodness. That Falut knows to deliver. Man, that Falut is rocking. He knows what's up. He's like, I'm going to delay the cars. Play that Falut. I'm going to delay content in a game we don't even know the release date to. Jesus. God damn Falut. What are we doing here? And just to continue, like, things are not looking too hot. And they haven't been. And there needs to be some good news pretty damn quick. Like, it is just not good. Not good, not good, not good, not good. I'm going to tell you that it's not good. So, let's take a look at how not good this thing is not good. You want to see charts? Brad Sims' ass, whatever his name is. I'm going to show you some charts. Brad, let me ask you a question. I see something going on here. I see there's something in front of that 24%. I don't know. Can you make it out with the resolution? This is Series S resolution right here. We're looking at some Series S resolution. Can you make out this is a 24%, right? The change of 2021 to 2022. This is a huge number, 24% in software sales. This is in Europe. That is huge. Xbox is doing huge numbers.
And if he believed that, he also believed there are Richard Simmons Jr.'s running around.
However, there's something at the Series S resolution to enhance. We need to enhance more. There's something, I can't zoom in any further, but there's something in front of that 24%. There's something called a minus. How do you release? This is the question I have. How do you release a new console? This is 2020 to 2022. How do you release not one, but two?
Another one.
Next gen consoles. There we go. Let us compete in the emojis. How do you release a new generation of consoles and lose software sales to a minus 24%? How? How do you release new hardware? It's the new gen. And year over year, you're losing software sales. You went from 118 to 70 to 53. The Switch has been out for a goddamn decade already, and that it has a minus 9. You got a minus 24%, and then Sony went from 271, where they had, Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, to launching to the year over year. Look, 201 to 219. with a plus 10% gain in software sales. How? How do you release a next-gen console and sell less software? I know. Well, let's think. Let's think. Let's sit by the fireplace and get a little story time here. Let's do a little story time. Well, let's think what happens. Well, they launched a new console with 0 games. They basically said, play your old games. Gears 4 looks amazing, they said. They didn't release anything new that took advantage of the hardware at all. And they said, we don't care where you play. Well, listen. They don't care where you play. But according to these numbers, nobody's playing. So what are we doing here? I know maybe some of you guys can't see the minus there, but there's a big minus sign in front of 24% software. And then we see the breakdowns. Here's a chart right here. Here's your total market. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it, grinders. What did I say? Everybody's doing fine. Look at Sony and Nintendo. 45, 44. Everybody's doing fine. Who's the one that sucks? Who's the one that says we suck? Who's the one?
Wait, just wait.
And so everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud, and
let me explain something to the folks such as our good friend X-Hawk and Aaron. Welcome. Let me explain something. Yes, this proves why they need Activision, right? Well, explain to me, if they cannot leverage Call of Duty the way they need to, how does this make them compete? I'll give you some thinking music before you give me an answer on that one. I'll say it one more time for those in the back. If you think this proves that they need to compete,
you're my number one customer,
and it's not a monopoly, and they're going to buy Activision, it's going to make them go, what, to 45% and 50% because they own Call of Duty? Well, let me ask you this. The concessions that they're making, they cannot leverage Call of Duty the way they need to. They even offer to put it in Sony's subscription service. How does Microsoft even compete if they cannot leverage the Activision IP to make them competitive? I'll give you some thinking music while you think this answer, our good friends. Time's up. Time's up. You have an answer. Do you have an answer? Appreciate that commercial break. Thank you by Booty Productions. That's our good Booty Productions here at the Grindhouse. They give us all our content, Matt Booty content. Thank you again, Booty Productions, for that wonderful commercial break. So, guys, X-Hawk, Aaron, anybody else, can you give me an answer? This proves that Microsoft needs to own Activision. Okay, so tomorrow they own Activision. Does this percentage change? Does this percentage change? See, what Microsoft needs to do, they need to buy Activision and take everything from Activision and say it's only on Xbox, see you later. But unfortunately, Microsoft's shopping a big fish with a big fish. And their strategy is making them a third-party publisher. So let them compete. They can't compete. They're not going to compete. They're actually making Call of Duty on another platform. Their 44% of Nintendo is getting Call of Duty, dude. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm not talking about revenue and Microsoft Billy Bucks. I'm talking about, because I was told too, Microsoft putting games on PC will give them more money to make better quality games for Xbox. I was told. put games on PC so they can make more money to invest in great quality games for Xbox. That's been going on since 2017. How'd that turn out for you? Yeah, I thought so. They are actually putting their game with this deal, if they own them tomorrow, on the 44% of Nintendo. Thanks, they said. We don't need it. We're 44%. But the 11% company is putting the game that they own on Nintendo. All right? So how is this little section competing then? Because Phil gets a goddamn check that has Call of Duty stamped on it. It's stupid. How does that let them compete in this environment with software sales? How? It's software sales by platform. You think people are going to go buy it because they say, oh, Phil said we should get it because he owns it now. Is that going to shift?
Nope.
Hey, who's that, Frogs? J-Dub. What's up, J-Dub? How you doing, man?
What is good, my brother? Like,
I just think it's crazy that you see this thing and people are like, oh, this is why they need Activision. Dude, they own Activision tomorrow. Deal's done. They signed it all. It's all done. Call of Duty's going on the Switch. All right, now you just gave that game to one of the people that are at 44% of this chart. How are you competing? How are you clawing your way back into this thing to be relevant? By doing what they're doing.
You're not. All you're going to do is leave your fan base behind. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to take all the old Call of Duties and just dump it in the Game Pass and say, here you go. That buys me a year or two where I don't have to deliver any game.
That's competing.
There you go.
Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and Game Pass. I know, and you're right. That's exactly what they're going to do.
They did it with Bethesda. I mean, this is literally what they did with Bethesda. They came, and here you go, guys. They dumped all the old shit, all Fallout 4, all the other, the New Vegas, all the old stuff. They just dumped it in there, and you didn't get a game for all of 2022.
Exactly.
And they were like, hey, we gave you a bunch of games the previous year. Remember Bethesda? This is why this acquisition is so important for them, because we're finding out now none of their games are ready. So there's a possibility you're going to go a whole 2024 with no games. So they need this. So they'll have games to
just to be relevant
to the Game Pass.
Conversation. You're right. And that's something for the Game Pass stuff. And I would see them milk every month you'll get a new Call of Duty in Game Pass. Yay, we're putting content in Game Pass, and you're going to get Call of Duty 1, World at War 2, World at War, your Black Ops 1. Who won? Do you think? And no, what's crazy is that they already, and this is what's crazy, that they already leveraged those games when it was about backwards compatibility. Remember, they resold them, and hey, look, Advanced Warfare's back, and they try to repackage those things for backwards compatibility. They're going to try to sell them again.
Yep.
Oh, let me get these two super chats here. I'm sorry.
Ahead.
Oh my goodness. Well, I missed somebody here. Did I miss another one? I have here Game Night 123. He goes, Jez, I saw the tweet that essentially said Sony will be a blip on the pie chart by 2025. That's what I mean. Who is saying that stuff? Because they have no logical sense at all. Because Microsoft is basically turning more into a third-party publisher and putting the stuff everywhere than actually trying to grow Game Pass or growing themselves. It's not. And they even offered up a Call of Duty in PlayStation Network. Like, come on. It is just. Yeah, JW, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say I hate to say it, but think about it. Like 70% of the Call of Duty install base is on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you dump all that stuff into Game Pass, the Xbox guys aren't going to play it. It's not going to have you this big resurgence of different stuff. I don't know, man. It's
what's crazy?
I see them acting like they're playing for the long haul, but I don't think they can survive the long haul. I mean, can they really survive another 5 years that going at this rate?
No. Look at this, and I have the Wolong numbers up here, right? 96% on PlayStation and 4%. God of War Ragnarok is at number 4. Wow. All right? And then people go, and this is what I hear, this is the UK box charts. What does it matter? It's all digital for Xbox. Xbox is a primary digital platform. Oh, really? Here we go. Exhibit A, B, C, and D. Let's see. They just released some numbers here. Tell me how Xbox is an all digital platform. Oops. Here is the UK Statistics Games report that came out, and this kills it right here. Again, excuses by the 3 C's out there. Steam is at 50% of where digital games are bought.
You just made the list.
50% Steam, 37.9 PlayStation. And the console that they say it's all digital, that's why the sales are low at 96 to 4%, is at 18.9%. Almost half of where the PlayStation digital sales are. So, if their lies were true, this would have been flipped the other way to show why sales are so low, is because not 96% to 4%, nobody's buying it on Xbox.
Well, just here's the thing, and I keep telling them,
Grindhouse
whether
it's
the UK or America or Europe or anywhere in the world, PlayStation outsells Xbox not only in box sales but also digital sales. There is no metrics where Xbox outdoes PlayStation.
They're
so
not.
Why do they keep acting like, oh, well, most Xbox gamers buy digital? It's like, okay, well, fine. There's still more PlayStation. There's still more PlayStation people that buys more digital. So I mean, it doesn't matter.
Almost double. Like it says 37. So you say 40% to 20%. You're like double.
Yep.
So it shows that they're
just not buying games.
They're not buying games. And if you want to say more physical sales, the Nintendo Switch sells more physical sales. And guess what? Their numbers are on the UK charts because 17% of their audience goes digital. And I would say sure, because that Nintendo store sucks.
Yep.
But look, it's like, so the whole UK box charts is not representing Microsoft because they're all digital platform and PlayStation. I saw one dude go, well, Xbox has an all digital console, so that makes them not have an advantage in this chart. Dude, look at where games are bought.
Well, 80%.
That's even worse now.
Here you go, just 80% of the Xbox next generation of the Xbox Series consoles are the Series X, are the digital only thing.
So that's even more proof.
that argument doesn't even. You see what I'm saying? There was no argument that they can rely on that makes sense.
It's all excuses, dude. It's all excuses that they try to talk about in their community, and it just makes them fall flat in the face because when real numbers come out, it's showing that this whole Project Phil that's been proposed since 2017, this whole buy Bethesda's, buy Activision's, it's not working. Xbox, they chased every goddamn person that cares about gaming off of their platform, and this is what I've been saying for years. They lost their soul. They lost their whole goddamn essence of what Xbox was. That Peter Moore and all that other stuff, like that was like Xbox was trying something, and they were doing well. And they all those years, and this is what frustrates me the most, all those years of building to justify why Xbox belongs in the same conversation with Nintendo and Sony. All that stuff that they did in the 360 generation,
tore down.
They destroyed it, and then they doubled down on destroying it. When they could have tried to make a comeback with the X and make it low price and have a bunch of games to show the X, they killed the X in 2.5 years. 2.5 years, they killed the One X, and then they launched 2 other bogus consoles. No software to go with it, and nobody's buying software. And Phil gets on these interviews and talks about, more people to play our games. More, dude, nobody's playing your shit. It doesn't matter where it is, dude. They're on Xboxes, phones, PCs. You haven't hit NPDs with any of your games. They're on every goddamn thing. Samsung TVs, as J-Dub says, all the time. They're on every 2019 to 2020 and 2022 and 2021 TV, Samsung TVs. They have that bogus ass app on it.
Like you said, Xbox has access to more gamers and more people than PlayStation and Nintendo combined, and yet nobody's partaking. So even with this Blizzard Activision purchase, even with the Bethesda acquisition, and the ZeniMax acquisition, like it's nothing is working. Nothing is working, and it's one of those things that money is not going to save you in this situation.
I just read that
You
Halo.
have to have.
Again, sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, as I said, I just read that Halo Season 3. That's not helping Halo. That is pathetic. It is 3 maps. 3 maps. J-Dub, they got a map. Big Team Battle tomorrow. It's a playlist with 1 map on it. The new map. That's what they have. They've had 2 playlists now. 1 with 2 maps and 1 with 1 map. That's bringing people back to Halo.
Jez, does it matter? You already have Forge. There's a million
One
maps.
of them is a Forge map.
It doesn't matter. What does it matter if it's a map made by 343? You got that's what Forge is for.
They should have 30 maps, depending on the Forge.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's why I don't understand. That's not going to bring people back to Halo.
No, hell no.
Hell no. But look at this, 96. And then tell me, J-Dub, just to add to the Wolong stuff, tell me that this is not a Game Pass effect either. Like, that's another reason why. Here's another problem. I was told that Game Pass increases sales. Like, right?
Yep.
I was told that Game Pass increases sales. So this shows, too, that if they're getting games from Game Pass digitally, they're not buying them.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing, if this continues, this split continues to be like this. Listen, seriously.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to start seeing third-party devs just skip that console if they don't have a Game Pass deal.
Yep. Well, I think that's already
because
been
what's the point?
Well, it's already been happening. That's why you see all those fucking Square Enix games and all those other games going to PlayStation and not Xbox. They're not stupid. These companies don't have unlimited money to.
And you want to know
what?
You
know how much money it takes for R&D to make a game run on a platform, and that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of man hours. And you're not going to do it.
I'm going to tell you something. Do you think that, I know everybody made a big deal as Sony has to show these numbers about their third-party deals. I'm like, what happens if they show that these devs, maybe they did these deals with these devs because the publishers didn't want to go to Game Pass? How would a turn of effects? How would a turn of the tide be if Sony shows their partner ideas, their partner deals, and they show that the publishers chose Sony because they didn't want to have a deal with Microsoft and go to Game Pass? Because when the hell is the last time Microsoft marketed a game or got a timed exclusive that was not in Game Pass? It sounds like it's a stipulation that if you're going to market with Microsoft, your game's going into Game Pass, because we're not going to market a game or sign an exclusive deal if you're not in our subscription service. How turn of events that would be if it shows that Sony's kind of getting these by default because they don't want to go to Game Pass. Because I've seen more devs come out saying we're not in Game Pass than some saying I can't wait to put my game in Game Pass. I haven't seen so many people going, I can't wait to put my AAA game I worked 3 years on in Game Pass. No, it's the indie dudes that go, hey, hope you like my shit. And he's like, I'm putting it in Game Pass day one. Hope you like it. Those are the dudes excited for Game Pass.
Yeah, because those games have smaller budgets.
Yeah.
They're cheaper to get.
Nobody wants to take their AAA game and dump in their fucking Game Pass.
No.
People make games because they want to make profits, right? They expect to sell.
Listen, let me tell you something. Look, J-Dub, you know Cody Tech Mode. I guarantee you, if Wolong wasn't going to be in Game Pass, that shit wouldn't even been on Xbox.
That's another point, too. You're right. Like
it would not have even been on that platform because they don't release a lot of games on Xbox.
No, they don't.
No, Cody Tech
Neo didn't even come. Neo, which was they completely skipped the Xbox platform. I was surprised that this game came to Xbox because it was on their show. They debuted it at some show, and then of course talked about how it's gonna be in Game Pass. This shit would have never come if they wouldn't have ponied up for it. But Microsoft is having to spend all this money to get games that these dudes ain't going to play anyway.
But that's the problem, right? They're not buying, they're not partaking, any of it. So is Microsoft just really spinning their wheels? And I listen, I'll be honest. If it wasn't for PC, kind of saving a lot of the Xbox games that they have. If it wasn't for PC, man, they'd be in a much worse shape.
What does one do when they purchase an Xbox? I'm just curious. They're not going to buy games. What the hell are they doing?
Listen,
they're not playing games.
They're hoping and praying, right? They're hoping and praying that they get some big caliber games. And for a lot of Xbox guys, they really just want payback from last generation. They just want to stick it to Sony. They don't care. They'll let Call of Duty burn up. They'll let it go away. They don't care. As long as they get a one up on Sony and PlayStation, it's payback for last generation. So that's why some of these guys you can't pay them any mind or any attention, right?
Because
they're not really
desperate.
gamers.
Yeah,
they're not gamers. They're
clout chasers. They just want to see a W.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, they wake up every morning. They look on Twitter and they do their their line. Where is it? I have it right here.
Now keep in mind. I honestly think majority of the diehard Xbox guys have already went to PC.
Oh yeah,
so
they've
already made that transition.
Yeah,
they're
not waiting. There's nothing to wait for.
The non-gamers.
There's nothing to wait for. But those guys wake up every morning and they go,
"Sir, do we get to win this time?"
That's what they look. They look to Twitter and go, "Do we get to win this time?" That's what they're looking for. But you're right. They all left. Or they got a PlayStation. You know what's so funny, J-Dub? It's like this generation. I can't believe how many people that were like Xbox focused got a PlayStation. And it's like, it's just for the exclusive. It's like, case in point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, that's why.
Done.
That's why
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like
but
gotcha.
Here's the thing, Jess.
That's the point.
It's kind of a lie when they say it's for the exclusives because so far PlayStation has had the better version of the multiplayer.
That was the other excuse. Well, I use my Xbox for multiplats. They got caught in a lie again. They got caught in a finesse because they said, I'm going to get my PlayStation for the exclusives, but I'm going to play my multiplats on Xbox Series X because it has more power and it's going to have the better versions of the multiplats. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I knew going into this generation when I watched that road to PS5 with Mark Cerny that they were building a great console, and I just felt like people who were just looking at these teraflops was thinking that this Xbox was just gonna have way better multiplats. I was like, I don't think it's gonna be like they think it's gonna be. You know, I didn't know if the PlayStation is gonna be outperforming the console in most games. And like Digital Foundry said, they're testing more stuff. There's more stuff coming. It's gonna continue to get worse. So they can't even lean on that.
No. The whole model broke. And it's because Microsoft doesn't even have a game. Like Sony even had games at launch when you bought the console to show why it's an next-gen game. And I said this last week too, when I was like, Microsoft just increased the price to $70 just because me too. Sony had tooth and nail, had to show gameplay, show justification, showing even Last of Us, show the old version with the new version, show the adaptive triggers, show why these games are costing more money because they look better. And visually you could see like, oh wow, that Horizon, yeah, that's $70. They even caved in and gave you free upgrades in first, and then they said $10 upgrade. They had to justify tooth and nail for that increase. And Microsoft just comes out the week before Christmas and going, yeah, our quality too, $10. Like it's like, oh, who? Like who's that drunk? It's Phil at the VGAs. It's like, $10, the $70 game stuff. Like, what are you talking about, Phil? Where do you come up with $70 for? You still got to prove the quality worth $60. How are you going to $70? Well, everybody's 70. Phil came in like the goddamn drunk Uncle Paulie. He's all drunk. They were going 72. Like, our games are quality. Dude, you fired half the goddamn studios. I would say they're probably going to be less quality. You have yet to prove that your games are worth $60. Redfall looks like asphalt. And you're telling me it's $70? Sony had to show like the goddamn facial captures and shit like that. But yeah, with $70, they recaptured everybody and all this. Phil just comes out. There's some PR person on a friggin' Tuesday Right before the VGA's going, what's the Xbox quality is quality. And so, get back in your hole. God damn.
I'll be honest. I just don't know how they're gonna remedy that.
Whatever your name is, get ready for business.
Somebody has a question. Worldwide Studios, I was a bot. Dude, I did not own a PS2.
Oh yeah, Jazz was a bot.
I had an Xbox. I got Phil Spencer. I don't like Phil Spencer. Xbox brand, dude, I was all in. I went from GameCube to Xbox. I did not have a PS2. I got a PS3 with God of War. Their online sucked. I did not enjoy living in that world. I got some games there. I didn't get a PS4 at launch. I got an Xbox One at launch. I Connect, Waggle, all your things. I was doing everything. I was saying, Xbox, record that. Xbox, take a picture of my ass. All the things. I was doing all of it. But they had games. I said Sony had a bunch of indie stuff. I don't play. I'm not playing a goddamn Stardust HD with a brand new console. I want to play Rise. Xbox,
man, I didn't play no fucking Rise. That shit looked like dog shit from the beginning to me.
Rise was a good launch title.
Nah, I wouldn't.
It wasn't the game that they say it is.
It was a decent little launch title.
It was a launch title. It was a looker.
I'm trying to think. What did I buy on the Xbox? I got what did it launch with?
It launched with. I had Rise. I bought every single one. I got Rise. I had Dead Rising 3.
Didn't buy that.
Day One X-Bone. That's right. I was Day One X-Bone. I bought 2.
I hated them games.
I got Dead Rising.
Games. I never liked them
I got Killer Instinct. I
did get that. Yeah.
I got everything.
That was the game that sold.
Dude,
that was the game that made me buy the Xbox.
Link, they had Titanfall 6 months later.
Titanfall was a really good game.
Titanfall, the next best game besides Call of Duty. I thought it was going to take over Call of Duty. I thought it was going to be the Xbox One's Call of Duty. And what happened is that I bought, and guess what? I bought S's. I bought when they made the new white console, that small one with HDR on it and 4. Remember they were saying they had 4K upscaling? Oh, damn. That was a horseshit lie, too. They took away that 4K. They got me with that one. I went out and bought 2 Samsung HDR TVs to go along with my HDR Xbox. All right? 2 white Xboxes, traded them in. Got rid of the big one, got the little ones. Because HDR and 4K upscaling, they said, your games will look better. Games didn't look better. Then I saw the Xbox Series X, and I was like, the Xbox One X.
Oh, man.
The One X. I'm like,
they treat me with that one, too.
Wait. No. This is where the grindhouse started. I was like, wait a second. VR, high fidelity VR. We're going to have new. I'm like, okay, I'm in on this. And then I was like, this was my line. If the price, and I said this a couple of times on the channel, so if you heard it, you heard it. If the price of this console, the One X, is $400, they care about the console market and want to compete, and they want to build that install base back up, like the 360 thing. If they price this console at $500, they could care less about selling consoles, and they care more about PC and wherever the hell they're going with clouds and all this other stuff, and PC and all this other stuff. And they do not want to compete in the console space anymore. And Phil came out on that stage, and I was like, this dude, think about it, went Xbox One in 26 and got laughed off the stage by announcing a $500 console. Sony announced a $400 console. The Pro was $400, right? I was like, Phil wouldn't go on stage again and announce another $500 console. That number is just like, that number should be like the anti-E3, right? Like, you do not go on stage and announce $500. That was like when Xbox lost. Like, Sony said 4, they said 5, it was over. And
they never were going to win, though, but it could have been more competitive.
Link, how do you not learn from your mistakes? How do you say, wait, I'm not getting on stage again and saying $500. This thing is going to be $400 because I learned that number.
Which one, the Xbox One X? Or
yes. When he had the Xbox One X, I was like, no way is he going to get on stage and say $500 because he got laughed off the stage. Remember, it was crickets. Do you remember when he announced the Xbox One at $500?
Yeah.
Do you remember that Phil Ness face?
Yep.
Do you remember when he announced it? Where is it? I think Phil. And this is off topic, but hey, people want to know. We got a lot of subscribers, a lot of new people. Phil's on Xbox One. Wait, watch this. He had that face like he shit his pants. There you go. In case people need a remembrance. Look.
Spencer.
There he is. How do you do this twice?
Welcome to the new generation of games. Now, I'm excited to announce that Xbox One will launch this November at $499 in European markets and 429 pounds in the US and 499 euros at 29 pounds in European markets.
He didn't study that much, but he studied.
And 429 pounds in the UK.
Wow. I'm very proud to announce that PlayStation...
They booed, dude. And he made that face. They booed. How do you go back on stage with that 1X and announce a $500 console? How? That showed me that they don't care.
Well, you got to think, too, look at the... I don't think Xbox is good at manufacturing hardware.
I don't... Wait, I got the
dichotomy. As far as, this is the second gen in a row they've had the world's most powerful.
They booed them.
No, what I'm talking about, they're talking about didn't they say recently they lose $100 to $200 on each series console they sell? Yeah. Whereas Sony is turning a profit.
Mm-hmm. They booed.
So it's clear that they don't have the manufacturing process down to the point where they can make a profit.
Wait, I got
that's because in order to make a profit, you got to sell your shit.
They're not selling, dude. but this one, but what I'm saying, just to recap just to finish my story, is that this is what he did and instantly lost. So I have the video. So they booed him, right? And then they showed the PlayStation right after. Watch. And I'm going to tell you right now, this moment right here, this is what every last remaining Xbox fan on Twitter, YouTube channel wants back. This is the moment. That's why when Microsoft says we're doing a showcase, we're at E3, they're hoping that this is reversed and they're waiting for this moment. I did a video about a year and a half ago. What Xbox fans really want, they want this moment back. This is it. And they'll lie right to your face telling me it's about kumbaya. It's about putting games on toaster ovens. No, it's not. It never was about that. It's about getting redemption for this moment right here. I swear that's exactly what's in there. That's why when they get exclusives, they come jumping out there saying, we got exclusive. When Sony didn't have a holiday game 2 years ago and Halo was out, they were all talking about no holiday games. Xbox rules the holidays. That little essence of this moment comes back because they wait for that slow clap. This is the reason why they're they want to be vindicated from this. And I guarantee you this, because this is what I wanted. I wanted this moment back because you felt like shit here. Watch this.
I'm very proud to announce.
I like that booing. And he made that face. They booed him.
I'm very proud to announce that PlayStation 4 will be available at $399.
Quiet.
It wasn't as silent. This was cut a little bit, but it was like that. They booed it.
We will start
How
over.
does he still have a job? I don't know, man.
And there it is. Thrifty Gamer Reviews says TSGP in the house. Represent. Love the friggin' show. So good. Jez, your takes are incredible. Thank you, Thrifty.
If any other CEO ran a company the way Phil runs Xbox, they would have been fired.
Yesterday was a
long
very
time ago.
Big day, and one of the
long time ago they would have been fired.
Yeah, and like I'm saying, like
number one customer.
After that moment, that dude went back on stage in 2017 and announced another $500 console, and didn't think twice about getting laughed off the stage. You know why? Because he had his Phil Ness lovers in that by that time. At that time when he announced that, nobody really knew who Phil was. He wasn't in the limelight. It was Donnie D at the time. So Phil just came out to announce because he was running their first party stuff. But by 2017, he was a rock star. He must have signed about 20 tramp stamps and slapped a bunch of asses and kissed a bunch of babies. He did enough. He was a rock star. He's like, fuck, I'm going on stage and announcing a $500 console. And when he did that, I was like, and if you remember, Jeff Keighley, Picklehead himself, leaked the price of the Xbox One
One
X
X.
before
Yep,
the
sure
show, and they destroyed his ass. They ripped his ass open and kicked his. They hated him for. They're like, no way is this console $500. They don't want to believe it because nobody could believe that Phil would do the same thing again. 500 at the again. You got booed for $500. How can you go on stage and do it again? And when he did it again, I said, I'm taking my money and I'm going to buy a PlayStation. And I bought a PlayStation 4 Pro. And guess what? I played all those games. I played Uncharted 4. I played them all. And I was just like, and I looked at my Xbox and I said, you have not, and I don't believe you ever will, give me an experiences like these games I've been playing. God of War 3, played that, played Uncharted, then did Spider-Man, and I was like, it's done. I'm like, there's nothing that you have on the horizon. I don't think you'll ever make these kind of games. And the online worked. Every online was great. It was better than Xbox. It was smoother. Xbox was all apps and all crazy stuff from Windows 8. And I never looked back. And I was like, I'm done, dude. I'm done. Like, this is it. And Sony just kept on top of that, Last of Us, and I never looked back. And I just said, I look back at Xbox. I'm like, what are you doing? And then what happened was all the oil rose to the top. Now I saw all the shit that I suppressed all those years that I was like, oh, Xbox is good. They know I believed all that shit. I was like, they'll come back. They'll have some games. And then when he started closing down studios and did that, I was like, I'm done. This is just a joke. And then now I see all the bullshit. It's like I got like 40 vision now, and I see through all the trash. I showed the Kinect videos from last week. All the stuff that I believed that they were really doing. Milo. Holy, I thought all this stuff was coming. And it was a joke. I went out and bought a Vive because that dude said at E3 high fidelity VR. And they were selling it at the Microsoft store. So I went out and bought it for my PC, assuming that, and I took a risk, but I was like, hey, if the Xbox One X is going to support high fidelity VR, they got to connect. Like, they're selling it at the Microsoft store. Like, hey, Microsoft's in on Vive and Oculus. Like, why wouldn't I get that? He's talking about PC and Xbox being one. Like, you kind of put two and two together. I was like, okay, well, maybe this thing will support the Vive or something of the Vive or something like that. But I'll get a sneak peek of what Microsoft is going to do. And I was like, nope. And they never did anything. And there's my story. So for all the new subscribers, we're almost at 2,000 people. There's a story. So somebody asked me if I was a bot. Yeah. And now, I hope they don't. And that's why this whole Game Pass, all this stuff, I don't want them to dilute gaming. And that's what they're doing. You see, everybody's doing fine, right? Kratos, Link, everybody's doing great. Nintendo, Sony, everybody's selling. Everybody's making games, NPDs. Who's the one that sucks? I know he's in the news for nothing but games. FTCs, and we knew more about regulators than we know about what's going on with Fable and Perfect Dark. We know more about the vice president of boring-ass Microsoft, Mr. Office himself, than what the hell is going on with Avowed. What is happening here? We know more about FTC and Linda Khan, or whatever the hell her name is, and what she's doing and what things are going on with her than we know about Hellblade 2 and their vacation photos. This is what it's about. Hopes and dreams. It's pathetic. But anyway, there's my soliloquy on whatever the hell it is. Now, speaking of, are you guys still there? I don't know if they lost connection. You guys still there?
No, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
good.
here.
I stunned everybody. So I know we skipped over. We're doing the booster one to wrap. But one thing I do want to show, guys, and I know that you don't have the video, but I wanted to play these couple of videos that
before
found.
I finally unstrap.
I found some good Mr. Uber driver Todd Howard videos about Bethesda and Starfield before Microsoft bought them. You know, this was the house that you found Pete Hines' quote that we weren't going to be exclusive until they were acquired by Microsoft. You heard that first here. A lot of people did. That video I found that video. I remember playing it live and found that thing surprisingly. Well, here's some Todd Howard trinkets that I think will be pretty interesting as we trying to wait for the Starfield release date. The Starfield showcase. Let's listen to Mr. Uber driver Todd Howard right now and hear what he has to say to Ryan McCaffrey. This is actually, to put things in time perspective, this is 3 years ago. Mr. Todd Howard had an interview. This is before they got acquired. Let's hear what Todd Howard says.
To that chair and let you go, but I'm kind of curious who you've become. You are a Hall of Famer. You are someone who's incredibly accomplished in this industry. Who are some of the game developers that you admire?
Well, there's studios and games.
No, that's not it. It's over here.
But no, so effectively you have a vision for what the sci-fi game you've always wanted to play, and that's what you're going for here.
Yes, and it's not just that the tone of the world, it's the game flow and the things you can do.
Are you going to tell me about the tone at all?
No.
No.
Well, with the teaser we put out, teases the tone. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
When are we going to see more of it? Next E3?
Everyone should be very patient.
That's fair.
Yeah. I will say this. I like it to be I like when you really see the game to when it's out is as short as possible.
Yeah.
Short as people will let me.
I mean, with Fallout 4, you guys, again, inspired a lot of other publishers to kind of go that same route of, we're going to announce it and then ship it 6 months later.
5 months, yeah.
5 months.
Yeah, that was as short as I was told anyone would allow me to do.
You would go shorter if you could?
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe, I'm trying to think what's perfect right now. Maybe a week just to get people excited.
Right.
To have those moments of, I saw it, there's some trailers, percolates in your mind, and they're...
So you would rather just not even...
Don't hold me to that, all right? Because you should just cut that.
You'd rather...
Before I move on with his says, so he said that he would love to show it like a week before the game, as late as possible before the game releases, right? Under Microsoft, this is before they were owned by Microsoft. Under Microsoft, he showed the game at their showcase in June, and they delayed it indefinitely a month before that. You hear, as a Bethesda employee, how he would like to release games. 5 months, that was great. He wanted to do even sooner than that. How did they announce the delay of his game a month prior and he showed the game at the showcase and we haven't seen it yet? Tell me if that was a management decision. What do you think? Link, you there? Oh, J-Dub had jump off? J-Dub still there? He jumped off. Oh, he jumped off.
I'm still here.
What do you think? You believe that? Like, he says there that he would do that, but how crazy is that they delayed the game a month before he showed it, and he loves to show them right before they release?
It's weird that these companies that are accustomed to releasing games somehow can't do it once they're owned by Microsoft.
Right.
Like, it's so weird.
Mm-hmm. That's a good. I know.
Something's not right, man.
And
I think it is a management issue.
It is a management issue. And then you want to hear this. He talks about Skyrim, and he mentions all.
Just not even. I mean, you're going to put me out of business doing that. Would you rather games pivot to be more like
You're my
film
number
in that
one
regard,
customer.
Just like, hey, here's a trailer, maybe 6 months out, and then maybe a second trailer, and then
film has
we're
gotten
out.
very different, right? Film has started.
No,
to
not only
tease
about film.
This is the order, so people know. Hey, we're doing Starfield. We're in the early stages of Elder Scrolls 6, and that will be after Starfield. I think it's good to let our fans know that, to set those expectations.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. On that note, so as I said, and you kind of were starting to, I could see you doing the math in your head to see if fact check me, but it seems like we're probably going to go a decade between major Elder Scrolls releases, between 5 and 6.
I think everyone should be very patient.
And that's like, what are the sort of pros and cons of letting that series sit dormant for that long? Because there are good and bad things, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Elder Scrolls Online is hugely, hugely popular. And the team doing that at ZeniMax Online is fabulous. So it's not that we're not feeding high-quality Elder Scrolls to people.
No, but
I know.
you know yourself that
I know,
a lot of your fans don't want to play with other people in the Elder Scrolls world. They want to just go off in their own.
Not just that. I think they want a certain type of experience that is very... it's what we've done. Where the world and the things around you, you can pick up this water bottle, you can do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Things that we love. The gap in between is obviously going to be long. It already is. And on one hand, I think it's good to miss things. You know what I mean? I think that makes people come to it with really, really fresh eyes. And I think when they eventually see the game and what we have in mind, they'll understand the gap more in terms of technology.
You understand that gap with Starfield, everybody?
The one thing it does is people are still playing Skyrim. It's still one of the best-selling games. I know people joke about it online, but it's one of the best-selling games on Switch. Anything we put it out on, it becomes a hit game.
Right.
And they love it.
One of the best-selling games on Switch. Starfield's on Switch. Then we have him over here with Mr. Jeff Keighley. What does he have to say about Starfield 4 years ago? 4 years ago. Let's see what he has to say here.
Amount of people until a game is really there. Right. And then when we enter production, we move the bulk of the studio to that game, but not all of the studio. And then as it's coming in to get finishing for shipping, that's where our focus is.
So would you say, Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, are they in production now?
I would say Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, and Starfield is in production. It's a game we've been making for a while.
Well, okay, so you're able to play Starfield now.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's a good way to say it. Starfield is playable. Elder Scrolls 6, not in that way yet.
Now, when
4 years ago, Starfield was in full production.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Elder Scrolls 6 was in pre-production 4 years ago.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh,
Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
When you were on the show a couple years ago, Elder Scrolls 6, you said that I think something along the lines, someone reminded me on Twitter last night, that the technology wasn't there yet for the game you wanted to build.
They're kind of A, announcing the game, and B, ones of tone.
Yep. You can play solo, but a lot of people were asking me, it's like, can I have a
Even for
subtitle
us,
at some point?
It will at some point.
Something. Elder Scrolls 6, I'm sure the fans have been tearing apart. Even the music, it feels like. There's a little bit of info there, right?
Yo, what's up,
Have a subtitle
Salty?
at some point.
It will at some point.
Yeah.
Even for us, though, putting that, redoing that music and putting it up there, even we get we get goosebumpy.
Yes.
Like, we can't wait, to have everybody be able to play this game. But that's us, too. We want to play.
I say that kind of creates, like, it's almost a tone, sort of rallying call for the team, I'm sure.
Do that.
I'm sure and even for you, this is, I'm sure, the next number of years of your life, thinking of, like, all these games and all these projects.
As you get on, it's kind of, you do it for a long time, and you think, well, what are all the games I want to make?
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it,
And I got another little tidbit for you. Back to the other video. Guess what he says here about Starfield, about Elder Scrolls.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
So
that's a little weird, but yeah.
A little weird. But are you thinking about 6 in a whole new way?
Elder Scrolls 6, he's talking about 3 years ago.
Are busy with Starfield and can't.
He says the dreaded Halo words.
And does the technology kind of pair with that at all? With allowing you to change your thinking?
It's a little of both, right? We had done so many things. We're going Elder Scrolls Fallout, Elder Scrolls Fallout.
Yeah.
You have this Starfield game in your head. You sort of say, well, when? It can be never. You can say never. But look, we're creatives, and it's like, okay, we have to make this game, and this is the time. And so Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have to wait a little bit. And plus, again, Elder Scrolls Online is doing so well. It's so vibrant that this is the time, both for us creatively and our audience. If we could compress that time and have it all happen faster, I could wave a magic wand. Of course we would. Of course we would. But we're not going to sacrifice that.
And you've already said you will keep that. I mean, you could theoretically farm it out to one of the other BGS studios and you just oversee it from here.
What are you talking about?
If you wanted it, out that badly, but it will be
But again,
done here by you.
the kind of things that we're talking about are going to take a lot of people.
Yeah.
Every BGS studio will probably be involved in that game. And even Starfield right now, it's not really in Austin, but in Dallas and in Montreal, there's staff on Starfield as well.
Developers you admire. That's what I wanted to add. I've got a couple more before I finally unstrap.
You're my number one customer.
Project Red, the stuff. I love Forza.
But it will be.
But again, the kind of this is the time.
Get to it, or does.
In a certain way, yeah, we put out the special editions, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did he say it?
Get to it, does the technology kind of pair with that at all, with allowing you to change your thinking?
It's a little of both, right? We had done so many things.
He says that Elder Scrolls
Fallout.
Yeah.
You have this.
It's going to be a 10-year
Starfield
game
in your head. You sort of
playing
say,
it for
well,
10 years.
When?
Trying to
It
find
could
out
be
where he
never.
said that.
You can say never, but look, we're creatives, and it's like, okay, we have to make this game, and this is the time. And so, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have to wait a little bit. And plus, again, Elder Scrolls Online is doing so well.
Dude, where did you say it?
It's going to be long. It already is. And on one hand, I think it's good to miss things.
No. Well, anyway.
So
I would like.
He says Elder Scrolls is going to be a 10-year game. You're going to be playing it for 10 years. That's what he said. So now finally, just when when you think we had enough.
Enough talk.
I get to these super chats.
Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper.
JWads 4412 goes, I bought a 1X at release. Biggest waste of money I've ever spent in gaming. Was playing State of K2, shut it off, went and bought a PS4 and never looked back. Shout out to the grind.
It was a waste of money. I bought one. It was a waste.
To put in perspective, I think I told this to Frogs last week. And thank you, J-Wag, for the super chat. The 1X, think about right now, take your PS5 and go trade it in right now, throw it out. Because that is about how long the 1X existed. About the length, about the time of your PS5 launch till now, your 1X, your Series X till now, your Series S until now, that 1X lasted about 2.5 years. And it was done. A dead
You're
console.
my number one
Clearance.
customer.
So, I'd say another couple of months from now, you're in the end of the 1X. That's how long it lasted as a console. Dude, that was a scam and a half. Scam and a half. And all that was Red Dead. That had 4K on it. Crazy. Sanu.com. Visual Arts was helping with Starfield. Not anymore. Oh, thank you, Sanu, for that insight onto that one. Yeah, that was those interviews is before they acquired by Microsoft. So he was all hyped up for that thing. The Game Night 123 says, I can't wait to see that Indiana Jones in 2035. Woo-wee. That's right. That's that Xbox quality.
The rectangle. What? It's a PC. Wait. Yeah. Xbox Series X. Wait, that's not a name.
The rumors are true. We have received a small quantity of the action figure known as Turbo Man. I am not going to ask you people to be quiet again. Do you hear me? If you're not one of the lucky few, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger Booster in stock.
We don't want Booster.
Yes, I'm trying to find a Turbo Man doll. Me too, me too. Do you have any more in the back? What?
You know what? Nobody likes you, Booster.
Nobody likes Booster. Let's see what Digital Foundry has to say about Booster.
Say it in the here and now. John, do you want to take up this story? Because it's quite involved and actually has some pretty profound implications, I think, for game development going forward.
Yeah, so
these are from
I
the
think their
dudes that
statement
played
needs
with
to be read
magnets.
very carefully.
Actually, should we
with
read
the
the
1X?
statement?
Yeah, so they actually say, we've had an Xbox version of Baldur's Gate 3 in development for quite some time, or some time. It said, we've run into some technical issues in developing the Xbox port that have stopped us feeling 100% confident in announcing it until we're certain we found the right solutions.
Oof.
Specifically, we've been unable to get split-screen co-op working to the same standards on both Xbox Series X and S, which is a requirement for us to ship. Series S, but it's usually relegated to visual modes. So, for instance, you'll be missing ray tracing.
Remember,
like Doom
ray
Eternal got that
tracing
patch.
is not
no ray
in...
tracing on Xbox Series S, but you get it on Series X.
Not in.
This is the first time we've heard something specifically related to a gameplay feature that is not working well on the Series S. At least that's what I read into it, based on what they're saying here. Which makes sense. Split screen is definitely demanding, right? You're rendering the same version of the world from a different perspective. It's
in that regard. So yeah, look, I could be wrong here, but I actually think this is something different. So I think it's actually a technical requirement laid out by the platform holder. In this case, Microsoft. Both Sony and Microsoft have a whole range of technical requirements in order for your machine, in order for your game to be compliant with their hardware. So yeah, typically both Microsoft and Sony, when the enhanced consoles came along, there was a directive that yes, you could have different visual features on both machines, but the gameplay features, there had to be parity between those two machines. One could not have an advantage over the other in that regard. So yeah, on Series S versus Series X, X typically has more performance modes. It has ray tracing features, which it's not mandatory to bring that stuff over to Xbox Series S. You could ship without it. But split screen co-op, I think, is something different, right? We're talking about a gameplay feature here. And I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this is the case, that with gameplay features, there does have to be parity between Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. I think that's, on balance of probabilities, more likely to be the issue here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I initially read...
Removing features. What did Xbox have to say on Xbox Wire when they announced the best play-to-player games right on Xbox's website? What did they say here? What is the difference? It's built on the Series S. Is designed around the same technology. In speaking to developers, we identified the areas that are most difficult to scale. Remember scalability? I remember scalability. Scalability, they said. They said it's scalability. Remember? And then, do you remember what they said when they introduced the console to explain it to everybody on Xbox's website? They told you that the Series S, this is their words, the Series S delivers the same next generation speed and performance that is defined by the Series X. It is a similar CPU and identical I/O performance, making it easier for developers to deliver the same great performance while rendering a lower resolution. Xbox Series S delivers 4 times the processing power. Really?
Right.
The primary difference, Link, I'm telling you right now, the primary
I remember what they
difference,
said. It was just going to be resolution.
It's just resolution. That's all,
Damn
folks.
lie.
A few moments later.
It's all, folks. It is
But
just resolution.
You could look at the specs of the console and tell that it wasn't just a weaker GPU. It has less RAM, slower RAM.
That's what I was told. Now, what I was told, it was just a lower resolution, just a little bit less. Less is more, a little bit less.
Developers even said it's not just as simple as lowering the
That's
resolution
not
to
what
get a game
I
to run on
read.
that console.
Phil told me it's only resolution. Phil said it's just a little bit less. For a low price, just a little bit less. That's what he said. He didn't tell me that I wasn't going to get ray tracing. He didn't tell me that features are not going to be there. He didn't tell me that now games are not going to be coming to the Xbox at all, because they want to make sure that Booster stays alive. The split memory pool? No, Zero Steel. No. It says it right here on news.xbox.com. The primary difference is resolution. And they listen to you. Zero Steel, VIP Grinder, RP Game. They listen to you. We talking to our customers. We found that many fans prioritize frame rate over resolution. Now, ain't that a bunch of bull?
But you're not even getting you can't even get the frame rate over there.
But isn't that
game over?
That is a bunch of bull, because what's hilarious is that they came off the heels of marketing and selling a 1X, which was primary targeting
the world's most powerful
at
console.
Increased resolution. They basically sold you a console for $500 that was based on resolution. But talking to those customers, they prioritize frame rate over resolution. What are we doing here?
They don't even know what they're talking about.
They don't even know what they're doing. And
listen,
dude, they didn't even know.
Listen, the games not only are running at lower resolutions, most games now are, I think Wolong is like 30 frames on the series.
They don't even have like high frame rate modes.
Yes,
They don't.
No ray tracing.
Yeah, what this dude says.
mean,
like this guy brings up. Remember the hard drive stuff and the limitations of the Xbox Live Arcade sizes, and how Microsoft had these restrictions. Because what they're saying is that because they want parity, because they marketed these two consoles as just being a little less and a little bit more, that basically the games are unable to be delivered because Microsoft has these requirements similar to what they had with hard drives and sizes. The reason why they limited Xbox Live games to a certain size is because the Xbox Live Arcade 360 had 120 megabyte built-in memory. And they said, well, you can't make games bigger than that because that will force people to have to go buy a hard drive. Well, eventually, they got rid of that problem. They just said, okay, enough is enough. Like, we're going to remove that limitation. But the limitation was because that the console they were releasing had a minimum hard drive space of 128 megabytes. A memory card was thrown into it. So they said, your arcade games can't be bigger than that. Like, we have to keep these things small so they fit on the memory card if people want to take them, because that was the thing, you can put them on the memory card. Dude, trust me.
I remember that bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's
what they say right here.
the issue, right? You know, let's say that Larian gets, a dispensation. It's almost like a papal dispensation to actually ship Baldur's Gate 3 without this feature. Then suddenly there's going to be a whole bunch of developers who might be struggling with Series S features going to Microsoft and saying, hey, if you've let Baldur's Gate go through without split screen, can you let us ship this game without this feature or that feature?
Absolutely agreed. It's like the thin end of a wedge, isn't it? Like I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, not off the top of my head, we had, remember the really arbitrary in the 360 days, they said you could only make an downloadable game for this size. I think Castlevania had to be within 100 megabytes, and then one broke, and then several others were allowed to break over the course of the generation. So I think it's very early in this generation for them to make an exception, but they're going to have to. You're right, this is like the early sign that things are not going to pan out particularly well for Series S, and we're already seeing it like in a load of games, like how far Series S has been held back.
I think, Tom, well, I was going to say your point actually is a perfect example, because of XBLA games, when they removed that size requirement, they kind of got exponentially better. I think there's not a single person that would argue that that limitation was beneficial for the games themselves. And yes, it did leave some people behind, probably a smaller fraction, but I think it was really important for the service. And I think it's important here to allow this. I think I would say, I mean, I'd be curious to see what the audience thinks, but I would rather have the game ship on Xbox than have it not ship because of this. And I'd rather the Series X, the more powerful machine, receives, extra features if available, versus holding it back just because of Series S, right?
Yeah,
but
Thinking about those technical requirements from the 360 era, man, there were a bunch of them that were broken across the generation. I seem to recall that at launch you had to be native 720p with 2x MSAA.
Not true.
Which
they broke that right away.
Exactly, yeah. The requirement was that.
Yeah. Booster's already shown its age. And actually, I did have one thing I want to bring up is I did have one topic about the 2 studios that Sony was working with. Like, this is just another thing. I saw it was on the topics list, but I think I'm going to remove it because I'm just now looking at who the I see. I don't think this guy's a legit source. Now I'm seeing who to. I just saw the logo. It was this thing with the PlayStation Studios and Jetpack Interactive that they were in a partnership, but I don't think he's. I think Robert Serrano. I don't think that guy tells. I think he just comes up with stuff. Actually, I don't know if he's a good resource or not. But he mentioned these 2. He mentioned that this Jetpack that Sony's working with, because I was just looking at it to lead into the next topic, and unannounced project. And then he said that they're also working with Unseen to publish a new IP in development under Sony Interactive brand, also coming to PC. This is an action-adventure title, mystery, sci-fi, supernatural heroes, villains, and creatures. That's another game from Unseen Incorporated. And then he said this other game is an unannounced live service game for Jetpack Interactive. So, yeah. So we'll see if these are true, but like these are the 2 things I wanted to bring up, because I don't want to skip over that topic because I did have it in the title. But again, I don't know. Take your thing. But I think Unseen already kind of showed a video here. This is a studio and they're working. So let's see what their video says. They have a dog. Are they working on something? Or are they just showing the dog? Oh, they're showing the dog. But yeah, so 2 games that they're working on. If it's true. But hey, Unseen is the former Tango devs? Really, Josh? Interesting. So yeah. I do think, like, enough of this Booster thing. We talked enough about Booster. We know that Booster is a weak console. We knew that it was going to have issues, and it was a transition console. CRP Gaming, thanks again. It was a transition console. We know this.
It's only dead. It's going to get so much worse.
Oh, it is. That's why I'm telling you, they're going to announce another console. They're due.
It won't matter.
They're going to do another one. They'll do it. They're going
to do another console. But that Series S is here to stay.
Series S without disc, and that's going to be to replace. They're going to wean off people off the Series S and move
the developers will have to support. But developers will be supporting that console for the remainder of this generation, which means it won't matter.
Or they might be a slickster and just drop it.
They can't drop it. They promised it. There's no way for them to drop it.
They lied before.
Microsoft is not going to drop it.
They lied before. They could do it.
They would have dropped the damn Xbox One OG if that was the case.
Dude, they dropped the One X. They just said we're done with it.
No, developers still had to make games for the OG launch Xbox One for the entire generation.
Yeah.
So new hardware is not going to fix this problem. New hardware is not going to fix this problem because Microsoft's not going to drop support for that console. And if they're going to require devs to continue to make games that are feature complete with the other version of the Xbox Series X, it ain't going to be much hope for.
I can see them pulling some bullshit where the Series
you think so?
S, they can say the Series S still has access to those games via the cloud. Watch. They'll pull some bullshit like that. They'll be like, you know what? They'll tell the devs, hey, you don't have to really make a Series S version because they're thinking in the future, like 3 years from now, they'll be like, hey, Series S, I don't know. There'll be some bullshit like you could access it via the cloud. You won't know. Like, hey, here's the cloud version of a game, but the game is going to focus on Series X development. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. They said a lot of things, forward compatibility, but they don't care about the consoles. They don't care about the consoles. The Series S was a dead-end console. They will do upgrading incentives. They will do crazy stuff. Trade in a Series S, just like Dollar Bill Phil. Trade in a Series S to get an X digital. Trade in a Series X, $200 for a Series
S. They had a crazy deal.
Dude, they'll do some crazy stuff.
That's
to
how
get
I got a
people
1X.
off of that console, to make devs to not make it look like they're hampering it. After they sold you that trash, they will finesse you, and I bet you they'll do like $250 trade-in offer. Do it now. The new series, they'll have some big promo. And I always said they're going to have a new console because they also have that Xbox All Access where, like, in 18 months, you could upgrade. You don't have to pay the full 2 years. In 18 months, you could upgrade. Well, hey, if you have a console, what are you going to upgrade to? I got a problem for you. I will solve it. I will give you another console. They'll wean people off the S. After they sold you that trash, they will do promotions and shit and wean your ass off. Free coffee with a trade-in. Dude, I don't trust them, dude. They are so disruptive. They don't care. The Series S is $149. You don't think that thing is going to... You think that thing's going to stick around for another 3 years? Hell no. Hell no. They suckered you. They suckered you to buying the booster. Let's make a deal, Phil Ness, dude. They'll have... You want to know why? Guys, come on. It all matches here, and I don't know why I don't have the my booster here. I'm going to tell you right now, get this PlayStation thing off the screen right here. You know, those two things. I think, I'm going to tell you something. They want it back because they need the server blades. That's why they will do a trade-in program, because they probably would use that Series S for parts. They go right into the server blades. That's why the Sandy X is not around, because they're using it to power their cloud. They reprioritized their console to be their cloud when they upgraded all to the X's. But the plan is going to be, well, you want to pay $20 a month for cloud that runs off of an X, or do you want to pay $10 off a cloud that runs off of a lower resolution S? These are the things that they will do, because they don't care about the console. The console is just a means of hardware for their cloud. So I won't put it past them to do some crazy shit like that. It's a fire sale. And you don't think Microsoft's sitting there going like, listen, I said it was a fire sale from last holiday. You don't think that those retailers are not, do you think they're losing money? Like, they paid Microsoft $200 something for the hardware and they're selling it for $150? You think Verizon right now for $150 is saying, oh, well, I bought these from Microsoft for $200 to sell them at $3, and I'm selling them now at $150? You think that Verizon's losing money in this deal? Oh, no way. They went to Microsoft and going, yeah, you owe us money, bitch. We're going to sell these on fire sale, but we're not ordering anymore. Like, we're done. Like, you think that all these hardware, these mom and pop shop, you think all these places are losing money on liquidating the S? No way. Microsoft's probably saying, you know what? Get them out there. Who the hell knows, dude? You think they're losing? You think Microsoft's paying probably that offset? They said, we ordered 100 of these and we only sold 5. And Microsoft's like, okay, we'll pay for the rest. Go sell it at 150. Get them out of your store. Yo, Jason Ronald hasn't said anything, Willie. He hasn't said anything. He promised to update the dashboard at launch. We hear you. We're working on it. That was over 2.5 years ago. Update my ass. They made that dashboard look like the Samsung TV app. Ridiculous. But, the last few things I want to talk about, enough of the friggin' booster box. But I'm telling you, that thing is, you're already going to see it omitted, and it's already showing its age, which is crazy.
Devs can't even ship games, multi-platform games. Shit.
Hey,
can't
man,
get it running.
Now it's losing games. We knew this was going to happen, because they were blowing that smoke of scalability up our ass.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna. Yeah, they'll scale while they're doing cross-gen games, but now when everybody's moving on to next gen, they you talk to devs, they want the power. They don't want this old ass hardware. They don't want to worry about this trash. Oh, but PC is the lowest common. Oh, bullshit.
It's not even the GPU. It's not even as strong as the 1X.
Come on, the way they're coming out with graphics card, people are like, well, PC is the lowest common denominator. Dude, people don't want to develop. Like, developers want to make the benefit of putting a console out there, putting a game on a console, is that it's a closed platform for development, focused development. You heard Who did you hear last week talking about focused development?
Square Enix?
Mr. Pete Hines was saying it. Pete Hines says when we went exclusive, it was easier to focus on one piece of hardware rather than all the configurations of multiple consoles or multiple things.
Well, what did Square Enix just say about Final Fantasy 16?
Final
They
Fantasy,
said
you're right.
They said the game would still be in active development if it wasn't for the PS5.
Exactly. So they're saying
And
focused
then
development.
and that the PC version is way more than 6 months down the road.
That's
and that
right. Kratos wants his wedding song. Before we leave the topic, here it is. Kratos, your wedding song.
And Psychonauts 2. New games are coming.
It's all about Game Pass.
12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Star 2, Ground, Shroom, and Doom.
There it is. Get those dancing shoes. But we talked about Sony's growth over 300% on the sales chart year over year. Like, I think you mentioned, Link, it is ready. Like, it is going to take off. And this is even before Spider-Man. This thing's coming off. Like, this is insane. Like, before Spider-Man, the rate of growth of the PlayStation is just absolutely insane. And they anticipated in the analysis that basically they are going to increase their lead across the board. And people go, but who cares? It's not about console sales. Dude, you keep talking about it. Microsoft pretty much cared about console sales in this deal, so Microsoft cares about console sales because they're 80-20, 70-30, 96-4. Telling you, man. And then when you're sitting there with an Xbox at an install base of 20 million, and then you look at the Switch, 150 million, PlayStation blowing up, 30 million now, more. How does Microsoft sit there and deny those two platforms that own 90% of the console market and mindshare and say, when we all play, we all win? Their whole thing falls on their face because they cannot deny Nintendo and Sony a game because they're going to be a major part of that install base. And when PC dries up, because they don't want to play the games that Microsoft makes, they want to play PC games. They don't want to play console games ported over to a PC. They don't want to play games on a cloud, on a Samsung phone. How many people own those strap-ons for their phones? How many people are streaming over the internet with a phone docked to a goddamn controller? Who's using that right now? You saw those strap-on sales. Nobody's doing that stuff.
I didn't see it.
That died down real fast. I haven't seen a lot of pictures of people using their strap-on things. Remember their Kanish and their Kanishi and their Kanish and the backbones and ass cracks, whoever the hell they were hooking up to their phones, strap-ons, all that crap. What happened to all those pictures with them with a Cat 5 cable shoved up in their ass going, it works? Yeah. Yeah, that shit died real fast. That streaming from an Xbox and streaming on a plane and all what the hell they were streaming. I'm at the bus depot and I was playing Gears for a little bit. A little laggy at work. Get the hell out of here. You're playing that trash. Bringing out some contraptions like Inspector Gadget. And hoping to feel 4G and 5G. We're on 5G plus right now because 5G sucks. What happened to that? Everywhere. Everywhere and nowhere. But when this install base grows like this, 300%, there's no way to catch up. And games are selling. And you don't think
it's catching up? You don't think it's catching up?
Xbox not catching up. But the thing is Link, like you said, and even J-Dub, like every aspect of gaming, it is not just one aspect of game sales or something like that. It's every aspect. Like it's not only is the console selling like crazy, 300% growth, but the games are doing so well on a PlayStation and on a Nintendo, and Xbox is just so minuscule. The attach rate is horrible. And don't tell me other developers and publishers aren't seeing these numbers. You could say, it doesn't matter to me. You could say all you want, it doesn't matter to me. I love Phil. I love Booty. I love Greenberg, Mr. Catering Company. I love them. Oh shit, Thrifty says he uses a strap-on Kanish on his for play Chrono Trigger. Oh shit. Oh damn, Thrifty. But you're telling me that the business, the publishers, the developers, publishers primarily, aren't looking at these numbers and going like, dude, PS5 sales surge, Xbox sales improve, and Switch struggles. Well, Switch has been out forever. They're waiting for a new console. The DualSense Edge is the 4th biggest premium controller launch of all time. The UK software market grows due to Hogwarts, with launch sales 100% bigger than Elden Ring. These are huge numbers. PS5 console sales are up 65% same month last year, 14% from January. 143 hardware units. PS5 sales are up 316% over the same period the year before. That's what you do when you have a new console. The Series X and S saw an increase of 21% in February compared to January, and up 15% since last year. The year to date, the platform sales are down slightly, 3.5. How are you going down 2.5 years into a new generation? This is when everything should be ramping up, going up, right? You're selling the consoles, devs are getting on board, we're ready to make some new games. How is the Xbox going down? Is it because they only sold consoles to the diehards that bought Xboxes and nobody else? Ding, ding, ding.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
You bet your ass.
I think it's time we tried something new.
They just sold those consoles to the same people that bought the other Xbox, and that install base is done. That's why Phil said Game Pass is at what? Phil, what did you say about Game Pass, Phil?
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more, since that's a big bet for Microsoft. How many subscribers do we have now? And it does seem like a really good deal for the consumer, but what about the Microsoft investor? How is this a moneymaker for Microsoft?
Our last public number was 25 million subscribers that we've talked about.
We get an update?
Not right here, but we did talk about growth on PC. So our Game Pass subscription, not expecting everybody's following the video game market, is available on gaming consoles and on personal computers. And you can subscribe in both places. We're seeing incredible growth on PC. I think Satya Nadella, in our earnings yesterday, the CEO of Microsoft, talked about, I think, 130, 140% year-over-year growth on PC, which is really where we're focused. On console, I've seen growth slow down on Game Pass, mainly because at some point you've just reached everybody on console who wants to subscribe. And we don't see subscription, unlike some other forms of media that have really moved almost solely to a subscription business. Today, Game Pass as an overall part of our content and service revenue is probably 15%. I don't think it gets bigger than that.
They've subscribed to everybody that they have on console. Everybody that they think has subscribed, they subscribe. How? You just bought all these studios that haven't released the games yet since 2018. You bought a whole ass publisher for $7 billion. And now you're buying another publisher for $70 billion. How do you go out there and say that we basically subscribe to everybody who has wanted to subscribe? The real growth is on PC. How? You haven't even showed, you invested all this money and haven't even shown your cards yet. but you said it's not because they're waiting for games. That would have made sense. Hey, we haven't released the big blockbuster games on the service, but hopefully when that happens, we will have growth. He didn't say that. He said, hey, we've hit everybody that we needed to hit on console. The real growth is in PC. If that's not some shocking words to you, because he could have said, hey, we have some studios that are working on games. We haven't released those in the service yet, but once they do, we will see Game Pass even grow even more. He could have said that, but he didn't say that.
You're my number one customer.
Choice words from Phil Ness. He said, we've hit everybody that we've hit on console. How do you say that 3 years in, you haven't released any games, and you're selling less consoles? Like, you're going the wrong way.
You heard what he said, Jez? 15% is all it'll ever be.
That's all it'll be.
Because you know what? What was the guy from Take Two?
Oh, that Strausnick? Strauss?
Zelnick?
Yeah.
He said something. He said gaming services, people's gaming habits aren't like movie streaming.
Yes.
Gaming is an interactive medium, and people are going to play it. They're not going to try but a few games every month, play a few games every month. This gaming service having exponential growth or growing into this gigantic money-making thing is just not realistic.
Yeah. It's a loss money. You're losing.
And,
you're losing money.
And on top of that, with a subscription service, you have to continue to put stuff in it so you can keep the people you have and try to gain more subscribers. They're not even making what the main selling point to this service is what their first party titles day and date. The first party has been non-existent.
Yeah. And how my thing is the timing of it. How do you say that? I could see near the tail end of a generation, but how do you say that kind of stuff when you're 2 years into a new generation of hardware after, a long generation, last generation, 7 years of multiple consoles, like 6 years or whatever? You're at a brand new start. Like, this should be the growing. Like, this should be like, woohoo! Like imagine if they launched the 360 and 3 years into the 360, they're like, yep, that is about all the Xbox Live members will have. You would be like, oh man, this console's dead. I need to go get a PlayStation 2, like a PlayStation, PlayStation
hardware
3.
sales is going backwards. We're not going backwards,
imagine.
but they're negative.
They're negative.
Growth. I mean, it's just
because they sold it to everybody that they wanted. That's the whole point. Like, they sold it to the same people that bought an Xbox and they suck it into a One X. They're selling it to the same people, the same addicts that are like, just like, I'll take another one. I'll take another console. I'll take another console. Like, they're just addicts for consoles and they buy controllers. They're just the same die-hard Xbox fans. That's all they're selling to is this. They're playing it safe. They're not recruiting from other brands. They're not pulling from like the Switch and this move from Activision is not going to make them pull people anyway because they're putting the games over there. So they're not even pulling. Kratos99 goes, Jez, just imagine when Sony does the showcase and watch PS5 sales increase like never before. Kratos, yeah, amen to that, dude. This is without Spider-Man too. This is without Spider-Man. They're not going to keep those things on shelves. Spider-Man's coming. That you think God of War did numbers, Spider-Man's going to blow the roof off of God of War. Gio Knows Gaming says he can say that because he knows console sales are stagnant. There you go. Thank you for my point, Gio Knows. 15% is all they can hope for on Xbox, but PC is still open for them. Yeah, because PC is like open ground, dude. It's a free market. PC is just a Wild West. They could put stuff in there. It could go well. They could subscribe. The PC is the uncharted territory for them. Console, I think they realized, dude, we got our Tim Dog, we got our dudes, we got our the Greens, we got them all. Yo, they'll just stay with us until the end of time, no matter if I shit in their cereal and piss in their soup. They'll stick with us throughout forever. So I could do whatever I want. And that's it. They're not trying to recruit people. They're not pulling them away from other people like they did with the 360. And I just can't believe we're seeing these numbers for PlayStation before they and the thing
Spider-Man ain't even hit.
I know.
You know, all their first party has not even really got to churning out games like we know they will.
I know. Like, and it's crazy.
Most of their studios wouldn't even know what they're working on.
No, we don't. We have no clue. That's why that showcase, like Kratos said, they're gonna blow the roof off of stuff. We're seeing what studios they're working with. We have all the studios they know they're working with. But what's crazy, the differences, and I saw people going after that chart from Zuby about like, oh, well, you could show the PlayStation one and they have games that they announced that haven't released. But the difference is that list from Xbox that of 2, 4, 3 years of waiting, dude, that's all you were doing was waiting. They weren't releasing shit while you're waiting. Sony released 6 and 7 games while they announced other ones. That's the difference.
And the cycle, when they announce something now, you're not waiting 3 years.
No.
You know what I mean? When they announce something, it's coming out, within 10 months.
No way.
11 months, 12 months, which is the reason why, as you notice, Sony has not been announcing stuff 2 and 3 years out.
No.
And so, think about this year, you got Final Fantasy 16. Going to be a huge game.
And
right?
PSVR 2. Which, again, that's a whole other platform that they were able to launch with games.
Spider-Man in the fall. And then in the winter, you got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
That's what we know.
And that's just all the stuff we know. Stellar Blade.
Oh, those are the second and the other deals, dude. Yeah, like the other
That's
deals.
the problem with Microsoft. Sony, when they're light on the first party, they're going to have deals for exclusive game, top-tier exclusive games.
That's right.
You're not going to be just sitting around and waiting and not have nothing to play.
Nope, and that's the difference. Like Microsoft sitting there with the games that they announced, they know their years out, and they made you wait and had a full ass years, 2 of them. People want to say last year was 2022 was a year with no games. Dude, I'll give you another one. 2017, the year that Halo got delayed, it was a year of no games too. Like this happened 4 years, two out of 4 last 4 years. Microsoft had full ass years without a game. And you're talking about that Sony stuff.
And what big third party deal did
nothing?
They have? What big time game did they that was first party that was made by a third party studio?
Nothing. Yo, even when they didn't have a game, they were trying to leverage PUBG as something that they had in 2017. They can't even do that anymore. They don't even have a second party or anything to rely on. And it looks like the deals that they're making with second party, like the what is it? The Wolong and the other game. What was the other guy that died? Atomic Heart. People talked more about Atomic Heart. People talked more about Atomic Heart for a year and a half, and that game
they ain't playing it,
dude. It went out of the fucking conversation in an instant. It went in an instant. Atomic Heart runs like trash on Xbox. We're not talking about this anymore.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it ran horrible on an Xbox, and everybody's like, "Yep, we're done with this. Nobody wants to talk about that anymore." And that's it. Atomic Heart. I remember people like Atomic Heart. I can't wait for last year. Atomic Heart. I can't wait for last year. Dude, it came and went.
Because it's talking points, These people aren't really excited to play these games.
My God. Just like
they're not playing it.
What was the other game? I saw somebody. Holy Spirit! I saw somebody hype up this other game. I love that picture, dude.
Something that's been released or something that's coming up.
Oh, Crosswinds or something. What the hell is it? Oh, dude, I don't even know what the hell it is. It's like some. Oh, wait a second. It looks like Pentiment. It looks like freaking Pentiment. I was like, what the hell? It got announced for Game Pass. Oh, you know who did it? Our good friend, Cobra the Shill. Our good friend.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. What is it? Cobra the Shill. What, yeah, you want to see? Here it is. This guy, Lamplighters League, is a new turn-based tactical combat adventure by Harebrained Schemes and Paradox. That sounds about a right studio name right there. It's coming exclusively to the Series X and S and PC later this year. Oh my, can't wait. Here, Lamplights, this is what they're getting. Wait, get ready. Well, you know what? How can we not have a show without the goddamn clown music? Please, hold your applause. Get ready. Get ready. goddamn Pentiment the sequel. S should have no problem running this. This is what... You have 30 goddamn games. You don't have an update to know what a valid gameplay... No, I can list 20 games that you have no gameplay on. But let's get excited for this. Dude, Steam 7 Summer Sale. Steam Page 7 Summer Sale. Look at Donnie says this looks incredible. Holy jeez. Look at these people. Dude, I shouldn't even done this. Stop me now. Stop me now. I shouldn't even clicked on this. I'll go another goddamn hour. I shouldn't even look at this stuff because this makes me see red. Look at these people commenting on this game. This looks incredible. This looks incredible. Paradox and Xbox have good relations. Do you expect them to be acquired next? Are you kidding me? They have a... let's buy them? You didn't even play the goddamn games and you want to buy them? Paradox seems to be a great... You know, they got 3 games coming out this year. It'll be cool because they're a great company. Zork is on there. Holy spirit, Jesus. I like these games, John Blue. I like these games. John Blue, let me tell you something, John Blue. John Blue got a picture of Mass Effect, but he says he likes these games. Oh, Jesus. Look at all this capping for this game. League, the Lamplighters League. Holy shit. I bet you if there's a little PS5 logo on here, everybody would be like, you know what? Oh, I'll try it in Game Pass. Now they want them to buy it. Jesus. Looks like a badass Indiana Jones spinoff. Yep, that's exactly what I thought this was. A Indiana Jones spinoff. Yep. I'm sorry. This is what you bought, the most powerful console, Xbox Velocity Architecture, Phil Spencer's Hovis method, blazing speeds. This is why you pay $15 a month, $180 a year to play as this dude. Right here. Goddamn Saturday morning cartoon. This is what's coming to Game Pass. Oh my God. Wait, we got another one. City Skylines 2. Dude, how many times they've been shoving City Skylines down your face? Now they're coming out with a sequel. They came out with 20 versions of the first one. Don't forget your gun tomorrow. Don't forget the one gun. Jesus. Oh, and here's the wonderful thing that everybody loves on Xbox. Crossplay of Redfall of Xbox, PC, Game Pass, Steam, and Epic stores. Oh, great. Yeah, that's to sustain that install base because nobody's going to be playing it in a few days after it launches. They're going to need all those platforms to keep that shit up. Game Night 123 goes, how can they spend $70 billion for Activision and can't secure a couple of third-party deals for $100 million? Dude, I found it. They are the deals. Look at these Redfall graphics. Holy, look at these Halo trees. What are we doing here? Holy crap, Halo trees. Digital Foundry here. But yeah, I saw this game floating around. There's their deals. Look, here it is. Look at this hype. Big news. I'm sorry. I can't jump on this clown train. This thing has to leave the station without me. I can't. Nobody scratches their head going, like, this is what we're getting in Game Pass outside of Microsoft first party? Like, what are we doing here? And then everybody goes, let's buy them. Let's buy them. I can't. I'm getting all this. Circus is over. I can't. Let's buy them. That's the first thing they go. Jesus, play the game first. Holy shit. They're like, let's buy them. What a deal. They got a great deal. Buy them. Excited not to buy games. Insane. I can't. Dude, I can't. I don't know why I haven't clicked on it. I don't even know why. I get that just is like, I'm like, who is this? Who is this new generation of Xbox fans? I need to know who these guys are because I'm going to show them a nice bin at Walmart that says $4 games. I'm going to show them that nice bin at Walmart because that's the scene what they like. You know that big bin where they throw DVDs and Blu-rays and shit ass games. There's some sneakers in there, maybe some fucking like thongs and underwear. They throw them all in. It's like the miscellaneous Walmart bin of like clearance shit that they find on the floor. That's games of gold. That's basically what they're giving you, and these people are acting like it's goddamn filet mignons here. I have no clue. It's a turn-based cartoon game that's made from looks like XCOM. Some dude said it's Indiana Jones. I'm like, holy shit. That's it. Please. Yeah, boy says there's like one sock in there. There's like a half a shirt. Please, I want to get them all there. I want to say, come. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something at Walmart. The clearance bin. One shoe. The shoelaces are tied around to a sock. Let's buy them. Holy shit. I'm going to show you a nice bin at Walmart, you guys. The hype. Absolutely insane. What? That's got to be a clown joke. Tim Dog says he's leaving. Get at it. I got to stop this. I got to get off of Twitter. Twitter has to go away. Shit to be broken. Tim Dog just tweeted out, it's been 10 years I've podcasted, always been a supporter of the community, but I think it's time for a break. I'll be on here and there, but I'm not going to do full-time podcasting. The last year, I felt like I'm lacking enthusiasm, and it's not fair to you.
Why.
I wonder why.
They have
They're
nothing
dead.
to fight.
Microsoft has killed everyone. Microsoft killed everyone.
You know, when Tim Dog's saying something like that, it's not good.
How can you though? And that's why, like, I don't like going on Twitter and just like seeing what
you can
people
only
are saying.
cap for so long, right?
Because I know, like, it's so unfair, but they need to They need to be
number
like,
one
come
customer.
on, like, this is an act. Like, you cannot be seriously defend. Like, you gotta be like, dude, enough is enough. Like, this has been years.
You said you got to say this is an act at this point.
Yes, you got to say, like, dude, I just been like, this has been a show. This is not really me. Like, you know, I just really like. Listen, if Xbox really did something good, I would say, yeah, let's do it. I'll like, you know, you can't deny it. Like Forza Horizon 5, you could be like, hey, you can't be like, yo, that's trash. That game is trash. Like, no, that game's not trash. That game is quality. And, you know, it could use a little bit more innovation, but Microsoft has to come out as like undeniable stuff, like how God of War comes out, and it's just like everybody's like, you know, somebody sits there and looks at you and go, yo, that's trash, man. You know, like you look at him with the face, you're like, what? Like, what do you mean it's trash? Like what's wrong with you? Like, yeah, you have no like you can't. Like, there's got to be these undeniable games where like the capping goes, like you can't, like you just like, hey, you know what? They got one. Is it Starfield? Is it not? I don't know. It's not Starfield from what I've seen.
I don't think so. Not the way that game's looking and running. I don't think so.
Don John says so Starfield. Yo, he says Starfield's not showing up this week. Yeah, because Tim Dog was like tweeting Starfield until it releases.
Jazz, we got it's what, March? We got till June for them to release Starfield, Redfall to fulfill these promises. I don't think the gap is going to be big enough between those. If those games are both coming out between now and then,
you can't, dude. I don't know. He's probably lying. He's probably going to come back tomorrow with Starfield. Who the hell knows? But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't care. It's just.
Who, Tim?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's defeated, man. Maybe
he's not defeated.
He can't cap anymore, man.
It's done, dude. It's done, man. I remember being on the old Xbox, the Playing Xbox podcast, and like after a while, we're just like, hey, man, like it turned into just like guys like playing Xbox. Shout out to Smooth Frogs,
Listen,
Merkman, the OG, even the Gaming Addict. We're on there, and we're just like,
I've heard this recently.
There's not much you can do anymore.
It's impossible to have a pro Xbox YouTube channel.
You can't. I would never open. How do you have one? You can't have one. They have taken every single breath of air from you. Like there is nothing left. The console is not powerful enough to run games. It's failing. There's no games to show the power of the console from them. They haven't announced any gameplay or anything to even get excited about. People are like, I can't wait for Perfect Dark. You've seen it? Because I didn't. You know, they're not showing these games. Like, you could even look at Spider-Man. It's like captured from in-game play. Show God of War. Like, you have games in your belt to demonstrate the capabilities of the machine. It's insane. It's insane. So, I don't know. There's not much. Like, they took the wind out of everybody's sails, and I
Microsoft did this to their hardcore.
And you know what's funny, dude? Oh, my God. Look at the picture right before he tweeted that out. Finally hooked up my PS5, hoping to help out supporting the PSVR cause.
No, he didn't. No,
he did. I don't know.
Oh my God,
dude! He hooked up his PS5 and said, "I'm taking a break."
He's gonna play some games.
He's gonna play some games. He's like, dude, I'm done with this shit. Yeah, the damn dog, man. That guy's been holding. He's been holding the candle a long time.
Yo. I mean, at some point, you got to get it up.
He just has fun and stuff like that for everybody. He's not one of those angry ones that like there's some out there that are friggin' like they're nutsos. Like they think they're like those are the ones with the tattoos. He's always just a joke, but my God, dude, oh man. He looked at his PS5 and he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm taking a break from podcasting. Oh my God. I told you my story, right? He turned on his PS5 and was like, he's like, oh shit. He's been hearing this thing though. You've been hearing this for a decade. Then he turns on the PS5 and it's like, and then it starts up. It goes like this.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
And he's just like, oh shit, we got games here. We're playing some stuff. And he's like, and then is this one? Another game. And then we got Horizon. And then we got Last of Us. And then got VR. Another one. And then you got Halo coming out tomorrow. And you're just like,
I waited for Halo, and all you gave me was bootleg Joe. Oh, now we sit and wait for comment. Hands up.
Games, I don't know where they are, but I can sign your back right above your crack. Do you have a pen and spill in the sun? I'm waiting, oh, it's bitch.
Dude, I saw people go out take pictures with Phil. He won an award, bitch. I'm like, he's winning awards. I would trip his ass when he's going down to accept his award. I'm like, are you kidding me? This son of a bitch is winning awards? I would have stuck my foot out in the aisle as he was going up to accept his award. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You're winning this. That's right. Sergeant using those emojis, flexing them. Herman holds quality splits against the Falut. Oh, my God. Take us away, Phil. I should not have went to the Twitters. Phil, take us away. Phil even gave up on games, dude. He started pursuing his Falut. Phil's like, I'm done with gaming. I'm part of the band. Oh my God, Phil, stop! Oh my God, this is horrible.
Another one.
Please. Enough Faloots. My God, I can't listen to that crap. Falut is just, Going crazy. Uh-oh, Satya said, why am I on Twitter right now? This show is just going off the deep end. Tom Warren says, Microsoft CEO Stutter and Satya calling Cortana, Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant dumb as a rock. You mean the dude that said this?
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our cloud.
That guy is telling you that Cortana, he's throwing Cortana in there, Alexa, Siri, and Google are dumb as a rock. Take it from the horse's mouth.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our
Take it from him. He knows what a dumb as a rock is. But I love how he threw Cortana in there. Cortana never even got started. Cortana is dumb. She didn't even have a speaker. You snowshoed her ass in the Xbox and talked to her through the chat. She was supposed to find your friends. She didn't find shit. Xbox Live! The hell out of here. Stutter and Satya. Get the 5 fingers to the face. But anyway, we've gone off the deep end. We're at the Grindhouse 3-hour mark. Over 300 people we had. Grindhouse hit I gotta go look at the subs. Did we hit close to 2,000 of the grinders? Let me see. I think our final count for this evening is, oh my God, 50 members. Holy crap. That means new emojis. I might have to do new. I think I'm gonna have more emojis here. Let's see. We are so close. I don't even know. What the hell are my subscribers? 10 more subscribers for 2,000. Hit them. Herman Holtz. Hit that like button, grinders, on your way out. We are 10 subscribers away from the 2,000 grinders. We're over 50 members of the VIPs. I gotta find the new club. We're gonna be partying somewhere else. Use those emojis. Thank you, Kratos, for opening up the club, making Herman Holtz go to the chiropractor. Incredible. I want to thank who just left before was J-Dub. Thank you for coming on. Thank you again, J-Dub, for giving your insight. And then Link, thank you for hanging out for the full show and giving your input and this foolishness that we just found at the end, but all the great topics that we had tonight.
Of course.
Thanks again, Link. And everybody hit that like button, share it out. Emojis, wild time. That's because I had a beer. I shouldn't have had a beer and then go to Twitter. The wrong thing to do. But anyway, grinders, hit that like button. Subscribe. 10 more left. And then we will have an extravaganza. Stay tuned this week. I'm probably be streaming some more games with PSVR because you love it. You love it when I get into that VR and I'm in the zone. That's right. But I'll be doing that. But thank you again, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, VIPs. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for everything that everybody does. The interaction in the chat and on the show is just awesome. And everybody's loving that salute emoji. I'm glad that I gave that to you. I'll be doing these emojis are just going wild. But thank you again, everybody. Comment down below. I'll respond to the main comments as I have. And VIPs, don't stay up too late tonight. Herman Holtz needs to wake up tomorrow and get ready for his showcase because he has some games to talk about and get on his yacht. So anyway, don't keep Herman Holtz up too late in the VIP Grindhouse. Thank you again, everybody. Good night. And with that, Kratos 99 will play you your wedding song as we do. Da, 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 da.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Tale Requiem. What to play first and what to play